Warning, what you're about to hear was intended to make you laugh a lot. If you listen to the show and feel inspired, then that's awesome. But if you're easily offended or just can't take a joke, you should turn this off right now. Otherwise, turn this shit up and hang on. Welcome to the Get Up. All right. Welcome to the Get Up. I'm JP, your host. Today with me is Ken McCormick. Ken McCormick, explain who you are, what you do.
I'm Twizz. What
Twizz.
up, guys? Yes, I'm the Twizz.
What is Twizz?
Twizz is my DJ name, but that's why it turned into just now a lifestyle, pretty much. It all started when I had a massive addiction to Twizzlers, and then the teacher...
That's not the addiction you hear most people say, right? Started when I had a massive addiction to candy.
The black licorice ones, though. I was an outsider, so I ate the good and plenties and shit. And,
You like the black licorice?
Yeah, I like the black ones.
You like that one candy that no one else
Yeah, they like the candy that no one else eats. That way I get it all to myself.
You like candy corn, too?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, my
And the
God.
marshmallow peanuts and shit.
Oh, those are horrible. I love marshmallow, but not those marshmallow peanuts.
Yeah, I like all the
things are-
misfit candies.
So, Ken.
But yeah, my teacher said, "Hey, Twizz, get in line," and the class laughed, and they called me Twizzler. Make mouths happy, I make crowds happy.
All right.
But now DJing's in the past. Now I'm focusing on another career that I never knew could turn into a career.
So, I was introduced to you through Ron Antoine, through DMTV. Actually, I heard of DMTV from a buddy that actually was on there, someone that I used to know before, and he was on there an episode, so I reached out to Ron, and then we ended up hooking up. I went and did his show. He's got to come do this show still, but so me and Graffiti art, Graffiti Writing, however you want to go about it. Obviously, the name of the show, which was awesome. I didn't even have to explain to Ken why it was called the Get Up, because he knew that was awesome.
Because all I do is get up.
That was great. Like, that was so cool that just instant knew. But trains, really. One day I was stuck at a train, and I was just sitting there, and then like all this awesome artwork was just going by.
Yes.
And I was like, man,
That's hands down
there's
the
some
best way
great stuff.
for the entire-
And from that day forward, like, I never got mad at a train again, right? Like, it never drove me nuts again.
This is one
of those
Because it
clean
was
new
like,
ones.
all right, what am I going to see? And it's crazy to see. And the other part that really resonated with me was the fact that you could, granted it's illegal to do and it's destruction of property, all that, but literally your artwork could
Federally,
travel the country or the world. Yeah, some of those containers go worldwide. That's amazing.
Yeah,
to
we were
me.
just stopped at a train today and saw some artists from New York that I recognized.
Okay.
It was older. You can tell the
Right.
paint's not as opaque as it used to be.
Yeah, but that's crazy to think that, you could make something here. You could be in some town in BFE, and you get up on a train, and then all of a sudden that's in New York, that's in Chicago, it's in Detroit. That's crazy to me, right? So that was pretty interesting, and that was where it really started from. I bought a couple books like Graffiti World and stuff, which were compilation collections of different graffiti art from around the world. How do you refer to it? Is it graffiti writing?
I'm a writer.
You're a writer,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm a writer.
You wouldn't call yourself the artist, but the writer.
I do graffiti. I'm not gonna lie. That's what I do. I'm a writer. I'm an artist because it is art. I'm gonna
Right.
look at it.
But you're writing words artfully.
It didn't start off that way, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
And that's the what do you say? The core terminology for it is graffiti writer.
Yeah.
Rather than
just
saying
a
that
writer.
you're a graffiti artist, writer,
just
or
a
just
writer.
a writer.
That's how it came from New York.
And I knew from like our chat last night when you were like, I write these, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, he's gonna say he's a writer,
I'm a writer.
right? Because there is that difference, right? Like, I wouldn't say I'm a writer necessarily. Like, I've done pieces and I did some of the stuff
You're
that
an
I
artist.
showed you, but I dabble in a little bit of all stuff, and I've never gone and put my name up somewhere. I've never wrote my name in public.
Well, see, with me it was a little different. It started in 1988 when I saw a movie called Beat Street.
Oh yeah,
It changed my life forever. So for all my Cleveland listeners, is the Big Chuck and Little John show. It was a Sunday night. I remember it vividly. I instantly started trying to break dance. I can't rap for shit, so I saved that. Even though it was the old walked outside and got myself fat
Right.
rap.
So easy.
But breakdancing was it just blew my mind.
Yeah, b-boying.
DJing. I started DJing because I could scratch people's faces off with vinyl. I'll still do it. If
I traded
if
in
you're
my
listening,
vinyl.
But graffiti writing, I was always visually stimulated with art because my dad was an artist. He's a printer now, and he could. And my father could draw. He'd write me notes as a kid, drawing wicked cartoons right off the top of the head. And then I would take those notes and add graffiti to it.
Okay. So where did the graffiti? Where did what got you into it? Like what?
Beat Street.
Okay, so Beat Street, and just seeing those different art styles and
seeing those in that movie, but then really hammering it hard took a lot of stress of the outside world, and plus it was the late 80s, early 90s, so we really didn't have shit to do but fight, get in trouble, get beat up by our stepdads and shit, you know.
And you lived right behind the railroad.
And I grew up on railroad tracks. Everywhere, my grandma's house on railroad tracks.
So where did you grow up at?
In Lorain, Ohio, and Amherst, Ohio.
Okay.
Well, we'd say Cleveland.
Okay.
Yes, I am a Buckeye, so I mean, until anything changes. But as for me, it was a stress reliever.
Right. And like you said, something. I mean, you had nothing else to do besides.
I got I've got tons of gang related friends, but I never really joined a crew per se. There was a bunch of kids from Akron in the late '90s that called the disc crew. I'm not going to name any names. They were heavily influenced in me pushing to do more legal graffiti. I really got in trouble doing some stupid shit with paint and wasting money on paint. But I always did artwork for me. I hit the sketchbook when I have a bad day. I put the headphones on and just write out some pieces. Right. Maybe show some people. Maybe write a girl's name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe be able to touch a titty or something. But,
How'd that work out?
It worked well. I got you. This is my girlfriend Lisa right here. She's one of the main reasons why I'm hitting the graffiti so hard, because she keeps me going.
Okay. So saw Beat Street. Really started just drawing
then Crush Groove, and then I started reading Source magazine. Remember Source?
Yep, Source. Yeah.
Eminem only got 2 in the Source. Remember?
Right. Yeah. Yep.
But they used to have a section in the Source magazine that they don't have no more. It was all trains and all wild, and then like wild style graffiti came out.
Really? Yeah. Wild style's crazy.
That's my signature style. Is a legit straight up. I can't read that shit.
So
do you know what I mean? But it's not meant for you to read. It's meant for some people. Some people know this.
So this one.
That says Mopar, like Mopar.
Okay.
That's a body shop in lovely Romeo.
Okay. See, I wasn't sure. I knew that was an M. I knew that was a P. And I knew that was an R.
Yeah, there's an A and an O.
Yeah, see, and this was, I thought, could have been a U or an O, you know. So, and that was kind of one of the things that was interesting. Is trying to decipher
now you want
what
me to
someone
make
wrote.
Me go there and fix it.
No. I told you last night, like, the colors, those pop. Yeah. Like, that white with the red glow. Like, that really pops. Right. And I love that purple piece that you sent me, too. Like, I'll put, if you don't mind, I'll share pictures of these when I do the
Detroit
episode.
going through an X-ray scanner. For people
this one, right? I love the color combination.
Oh, yes,
like, that was one of the things one of the reasons why I liked digital was because I could do a drawing that I liked, and then I could play with the color combinations without ruining the drawing.
I've always been a fan of black background graffiti because, like, I don't like particularly using so much white. Because you get such a sick ass, dude. Look at it though.
No, it looks great. Yeah,
but I mean, I'm not an art major. My brother, though, if you're listening, he's going.
And I like the way that like the piece that I did on the cardboard was a dark blue background, and the 3D was in white, so it really pops.
It really pops. Yeah.
It
Even
does.
if you use these like the neon, that's 2 basic colors right there.
Right. You know? Yep. Yeah.
It is just manipulating the colors into looking like it's something there.
So you got into, and then you started. Your style was a little bit wild. I wouldn't say it's like super crazy wild style. There's some wild style shit. You can't understand what's going on.
There's one up there. It's one of the first ones I sent you. No, you'll notice.
That's Wicked something, right?
Wick Stick
or Wick Stick.
That's from my buddy Dan, who owns Wick Stick Stabilizers. You keep going. I'll show you.
I mean, that's
pretty legible, but that's a Detroit piece going through an X-ray scanner.
Now you're getting into my stuff.
Oh, here, let me send you.
I like this one right here.
Oh, it's in another. It's up.
What's this? House Herd.
House Herds. That's House Heads. That's the guy that does House Heads every Wednesday, I do believe, down on Broadway in downtown Detroit.
Sweet. So you started developing your style, and then like what led you to
where I'm at now?
Yeah, like give me the background on Ken. What's Ken's story? That's what this is about.
Ken's story was he came Twizz, and he's a DJ, and that's how everybody knows me. I do believe that my success that I'm having right now with art is people that supporting me is because of the music. Then I developed a name.
Where'd you spin at?
I've played all over the United States.
Oh yeah.
My dad's a DJ, so I grew up in the entertainment always was an entertainer. I'm not afraid to talk to people. I'll talk to anybody. Big crowds, little crowds, even crowds of
Or nobody at all. No, I'm just
or
kidding.
nobody at all. Yeah, I'll talk to myself. Fuck it. But
I'm guilty of that once in a while.
I like DJ. I like playing music. I like watching people dance. I love being able to look up and see just the whole crowd moving, not talking.
And reacting to you, right?
Yeah.
Like you can control that vibe. That was one of the things that appealed to me. Besides just like always loving music, it was awesome to see like I could influence the mood of the room.
But what happened is there's so many DJs nowadays, and especially in a cutthroat city like Detroit, you either have to start slapping out hits, or stop and do it for fun. Because then it became not fun for me anymore. But because I don't want to produce music. I'm not that guy. I don't want to tour. I want to do art for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? Because I sold a piece for $50 2 years ago. This guy offered me $100 for it. I said, "Well, I'll give it to you." I was like, "Here, I got a bunch of shit."
Because at that point, you're just like trying to get it out. You're like,
no,
yeah,
I wasn't. I wasn't trying to get it out there.
I
didn't. Like I said, I never joined. I never really. I vandalized some shit. Trust me. I got some bomb ass burners out there and some steel rolling right now. But I don't like prison.
Right. That was it for me, right? Like at the point that I got into it, I
bitch.
wasn't young. I didn't grow up down in the city or anything. But seeing the art was what really appealed to me. But yeah,
But like,
I've got a family, I've got a mortgage.
But this
can't
is
be
before
getting
that.
in trouble.
Like I can give you a pity party, like, oh, we all got molested and beaten when we were kids. You know what I mean? But this is how I got away from it.
Right.
I didn't want. This wasn't for anybody. Maybe close friends. Some people never saw. I got some pieces that nobody's seen. You know what I mean? But this guy offered me this, and then it started off me doing little planks of wood, and then I made a welcome sign. I made my first welcome sign. It was a welcome sign, and Rob Gallagher bought the first welcome sign. He paid $150. And when I realized that you're willing to pay this much?
Oh yeah.
Because I underbid the fuck out of my jobs, dude. Like
right.
I'll go do a wall and be like, oh yeah, I'll do it for buy the paint and beer. Because I'm gonna do it anyways.
Right,
I don't want
right.
to spend money on paint because that shit's expensive as
Yes.
fuck.
I know.
So
What kind of paint you use?
I use Molotov and I use Montana Gold. I love the Montana Gold for more intricate
on the
pieces.
rack. I got Montana Gold on the rack right now.
Really? Can I throw something up on?
Actually, if I wasn't going to,
I brought my markers. And
sweet, you can marker this.
Yeah,
So
I got you. I'll throw something
So the
up.
idea for the basement eventually is this will be a room. And I'm gonna drywall everything. I was actually patching up holes. You see all these crazy holes along the back there. Those are from when they pour the concrete, the rebar, and they started leaking. So I'm filling them.
You want to do a piece? We could live stream it.
Plug it.
Do a piece.
So
for
the idea for
donations.
in here is I wanted to get that brick-looking panel board maybe for one of the walls, and if you wanted to do something on that,
You should do it. It's cheaper.
For
Why don't
sure.
you just do cinder block, man? What you looked it up? I was going to build a wall in my backyard.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
12 by 12 cinder blocks, and it was like $160. And you could roll it, kills it. You could do piece after piece.
Oh no,
after piece.
I want to run all the electricity, like all my plugs.
Oh, you're talking about long term.
Yeah, I'm putting
Okay,
drywall.
okay. I'm thinking-
I'm drywalling this whole thing.
I'm thinking everyday use.
Yeah, no, I'm drywalling this whole thing, and this room I want to put up that fake brick looking panel board, so that way it'll look like a building or just that brick look. We were actually in a restaurant the other day and noticed that it was the panel board, and it looked really good. The whole damn restaurant was like that, and it's like, dude, this is just that thin panel board shit you can go buy at Lowe's.
Yep.
So I want to do that, like maybe one wall and the rest will be drywall. We're gonna split this area down here into two: one the craft room, one this room. I'm gonna do a bigger table and stuff too, but that's the plan. And if I do that, I mean, it's probably going to be a year or so before this basement's done. But once it is, if you want to come bomb the wall for me, we'll love it.
I'd be honored.
That'd be awesome. Because I was going to try to do some. So here, I'll show Lisa some of my
Only if you
stuff.
got pizza,
Just the stuff. Oh yeah. So like I did a lot of stuff just digitally, but oh geez. Like this was just trying like a 3D style. Like all this stuff was all separate images that all got compiled together. Like, like I was saying.
Did you draw that with a pen, like a Apple pen or whatever?
Yeah, with a stylus. This was all done on my like a Kindle Fire.
Really?
So you freehand? Yeah, it's freehand.
It's
though?
all freehand.
With
yeah.
a
a
digital,
stylus.
nice,
Yeah, with a
shit.
digital pen.
Those are
yeah.
hard to use, dude. Like I've been doing it for 30 years, and like I still can't get it
So
down.
like
but-
this thing, this computer, I can get the updated, like the better version of the software I used, and this screen detaches, so I can take the screen off and just draw on it like a pad. But the pen is really good too, and that's why I like it. So like my logo, that logo I did on this computer.
I could do that. That's like I've been venturing into that type of graffiti, that 3D abstract, and that's I'm bombing.
So I was like, well, so this. this computer is what I did that on. But yeah, it's nice because it has the perspective tools, so it was able to do the perspective point like really well without having to think too much about it.
I don't have to. I mean, it did.
I can do it too. It was just easier to get everything like it helped line everything up nice.
Well, plus it's a logo. You want it to be tight. You know?
It's clean, yeah.
But for in here, I'll throw it down in here. Maybe we could do a live stream it.
Oh, for sure.
Pizza.
For sure.
I'm hungry now.
Yeah, so just my stuff, and then like I was showing him the wood burning.
Yeah, you're really good at wood burning. Sweet. Like I said, I almost burned the house down, so I said, "Fuck it." I got one skill at a time.
Yeah, I finished and sold that piece last week. Much like you, I probably undersell. I
listen. I currently do not sell. I want to get this out there right now. I'm not selling pieces. I'm currently in a lawsuit with a company, no names, but I am injured. I am disabled right now. I got hit by a forklift. Yes, I am okay. But if you want to send donations, send them to the Workman's Comp Agency. So that, but I am not selling any art, nor am I doing any art. I'll do some sketchbook stuff because I am able to sit down and do that, but I cannot physically stand up and do pieces anymore.
Not
for a couple months.
So like most stuff that you're doing now is just sitting down.
Just anything I can do sitting down, and that becomes a pain in the ass.
Is it like a smaller scale now? Are you still working with aerosol or?
Oh yeah, well some things like.
Are you doing more marker
like
stuff?
Okay, you see the piece I showed you last night that I did for my boy Mikey, who's listening right now. All I did was got my outline, visualized my outline, and then I did the color effect, and then the rest is paint markers.
What's that on? It looks like a piece of metal.
It's a piece of desk I found in the garage.
It's a piece of desk?
I was like, can I have that? He's like, what are you gonna do with it? I was like, I'm about to do a piece on it.
That's sweet.
And then I was like, he came home. He was like, what?
Yeah, that's sweet. No, that's real sweet. When you said you were in the area and you're like, oh, I can make it now, I was like, sweet.
Yeah, I was like, because I was really disappointed in myself. But, shit happens. Dude. I didn't expect to get hit by a forklift in December, then finally fucking fix me.
Life happened. Look, I didn't know all about life happening, so it was not a... It wasn't what it was, and you were like, oh, maybe in the fall, so cool. Like, you even at least were like, hey, I've had a couple people that were lined up to show up, weren't able to make it, and then just never heard from them again.
No, like, I missed a few gigs last year, and that really destroyed me as a person, because I'm not going to book something up and not show up. Yeah. Even if I suck, I'll still show up.
So... So you get into this, and at what point did you start realizing, like, so you sold that one piece for, like you said, 150, right? Like, at what point did you start saying, you know what, I can do this?
When I realized that I have a talent and I didn't have a job because I was injured, that I knew that I could put it out there, and with the thank you friends, that anybody who's listening to this shit, thank you for your support, because I've last year I made some numbers. I'll go months without any paper. But as being a man, not being able to work, I had to do something.
Yeah.
And I'm just thankful.
I could not.
I'm thankful for my dad and creating a dope ass motherfucker that could sell pieces like this. Because it didn't just come overnight either. So people that are listening that are just now starting off, don't give up, because you're going to want to do what you do and do it 10,000 times a night.
So is there a style that you stick to more?
Wild style.
Just wild style.
Yeah. But everybody wants the old school shit, so it's like it took me. I'm like, well,
they want to know.
I'm more advanced to that. I'm more advanced. God damn it! But you know what? I give the people what they want. I've had not a single complaint other than that one complaint.
Not a single one, except for that single one.
And me, I hate my pieces. I'm only satisfied with a couple of them. So. Because I'm like, I just got to get rid of them. I either got to get rid of them or get them out of the fucking house and I'll crack out on them.
So at what point did you fall or settle on wild style?
Oh, no. I've been doing wild style since... Okay.
But I mean, did you play with the other styles?
Yes. Oh, yes. Like my major influence is Zypher.
Okay.
I wish to meet him someday. Scene 2 is another one who started the whole, like... Not just going from block bullshit bombs to actually connecting seamless letters. And
right.
With paint at that time, we didn't have paint like they got now.
No, not at all. Now they got specialized.
Yeah, we're low pressure, high opaque paint, ones and caps that spray dots the size of heads and shit, dude. So it's like it's easier, and you could take more time and do intricate pieces. Like wondering, like when I first found out about the fat cap and using this different step like Molotov, like when I first used a can like that, it changed my life.
Because before then, what was it like? Krylon stuff
Rusto,
like that, right?
I always used Rusto because of the the pressure that came out of it. I never liked Krylon, and Krylon, you're bitches, because they made their cap impossible to fucking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but whatever, they lost the game because nobody's buying their fucking cheap shit paint, and now like you can go buy 30 racks of Flame or Montana and do a nice piece.
Yeah. And the color variety.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
And especially since they're like formulated. So for anyone listening doesn't know that there's actually now paint cans companies that are based solely around graffiti.
BombingScience.com, artprimo.com, and sprayplanet.com are your best 3 websites that I go to, and I support them. Support them all the way.
But yeah, so like Montana cans, and then like you said, there's Molotov. What else? Isn't there another bigger one too?
Yeah, there's Iron Lac.
Yeah, Iron Lac. That's right.
Iron Lac makes a very nice user-friendly aerosol that's made out of sugar cane.
Oh,
so
really?
like when I can use this shit without a mask, it's like I'm doing lines of spray paint
That's how
sugar.
you do art in the house.
What?
Yeah. That's the only way I do art
it's
in the
made
house.
with sugar cane,
Yeah.
so that you don't have the odor or anything.
Non-toxic. It smells sweet.
Some of them smell like
It's kind of
red
dangerous.
soap.
No, that was the Flame. The white can smelled like farts. Like literally. Like it was sulfur. It smelled like sulfur, but it was the only one. But it was like straight up rotten farts. Like,
So where is that coming from? Just to look for different propellants, or is it different?
it's all just the Flame.
Just the different
Germany,
makeup of
Germany,
the
Australia.
the paint.
Who knows? Who knows where the fuck it comes from? I know it could be coming from a factory in China. Some little kid made it that day, but I love it.
Really?
And but I like the fact that I had to use the shit kids. It's like DJs starting up that mastered the Gemini turntable, then they go and slaughter some techniques.
Yo, that's what I
Do you know
had.
what I mean?
Geminis. Yeah, that's what I started on.
Learn how to
No,
use the bullshit.
Stan straight 80s.
I had a straight A's too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got them for Christmas one year. Thanks, Dad.
I broke up with a girlfriend, and that was my like gift to myself was one turntable and a mixer.
Yeah, I had one time. I had an
And
Ice-T
then-
record and a battle record. And learned how to scratch.
Yeah, I had
faces.
Busta Rhymes. I had.
Yeah, you did say something about the Guitar Center scratch off competition.
Yeah. Did a few of those, and then I ended up getting the second turntable, and then was like started really playing with it. Couple battle records and stuff like that, and would mess
DJ Rectangle and Swamp.
mess with beat juggling and stuff like that.
I'll still to this day wreck faces. So if you're listening, you want to battle
True story.
anybody.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Nobody
It's
wants
awesome.
to though.
So like my background, like I lived in Mount Clemens at the point that I really started like trying to push DJing. Before it was just for fun, just screwing around and stuff. And when I lived in Mount Clemens, this is back like 2003, 2004, around that time, 2005, 6. When I lived down there, and it was just I started DJing at a bar down there.
What was the bar?
It was Johnny G's.
Okay, John G's is great.
No, well,
John G's at the time.
I don't even know if they're still.
Are we allowed to say their names?
Johnny
Can I
G's
say?
still
Can I
around?
say their names and say what I've done there?
Sure.
John G's was that like college hood rat bar with the good drugs.
Oh, the G spot upstairs.
Yeah, the G. That's what it was. The G spot. Yep, that was a secret. Let me get the special. That's like the works before the works.
Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, Mount Clemens
Rest in
totally
peace,
changed. Totally changed. But
Mount Clemens, it's because there's no police force and it's friend of court. That's it.
well, I mean, it's like there's all the bar scene looks like it died.
Now-
I roll through there, and I know they just reopened the Emerald, but that was closed for a while.
Please tell me they still have good prime rib at the traffic light.
I don't know.
That is the C-section.
I've only
strip
been to the
club.
traffic light twice.
Yeah, that's it.
It is rough.
But the prime rib.
I've only been
is
to
die
one
for.
one rougher,
It's worth it.
and that was somewhere around like 7 in Van Dyke. I'm trying to remember what it was called.
Oh no! So,
And it was bad.
It's what is it? Toad.
Toad's family.
Toad. My boy Toad's family owns a titty bar, and it's hot tamales. Yeah, that's right. That's where the big uns go. The BBWs.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough.
Yeah. Titty bars are funny.
So I ended up getting out of like the bar scene just because of having a day job and having a kid and stuff like that. And it got hard to, I mean, as a DJ closing a bar, you're there till everyone else is gone.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just
especially
not
if you're
worth it.
packing in your own equipment, like bringing in my own stuff.
That's
the
where the
house
turning
DJ
point.
had CD DJs and I still was spinning records.
That's where the turning point happened for me because I had to make a choice where the jump ship and start producing, start slamming out hits. Like look at they took Dead Mouse's faggot ass, fucking 160 tracks before he got noticed. I mean, it's just like that. Now there's DJs, everybody's a producer, but look, like, much respect to the golf clap dudes. Those guys teamed up. They were DJs and they said, "Hey, let's start slamming out hits." Now they're famous as fuck, and more props to them. This is what I'm about to do with graffiti. I'm picking up where I'm picking up where Mark Echo left off. 'Cause that's my vision.
Wish you the best of luck. Yeah, I mean,
LMPK Customs.
I mean, it's just crazy. And that was what it was for me was it just turned into, it was too much to get up and stay out doing that on the weekends. And then I started doing weddings. And even that was frustrating
my
because
dad just retired doing that.
Well, because look, I've had ones where they were like, "This is all the music we want played,"
Right, nothing else.
and I didn't have to put any of my own shit in. I was literally
30 years.
there to make announcements and just be a living, breathing.
Did you write out their names and how it would sound like coming out of your mouth?
Phonetically? Sure,
yes,
yeah.
my dad taught me that trick.
You know,
Don't want to fuck that up.
but then I had other ones where it was like, you just play what you want to play. Then I had one was for a friend, and there was just like no country, and her uncle the whole night was like, play this country song, play this country song, play this country song. And I'm like, look, you got to get your uncle out of here, right? Or the worst was, I'd get girls, especially at the bar, that would come up and be like, oh, can I wiki on your turn? And I'm like, no, because these needles cost like $150. You're not wiki on shit.
I hate it when you bitches do that shit.
Oh, just because you think you're cute, and then you want to come play with my
girlfriend's standing right here.
You want to come play with my expensive ass equipment, you know? It's like, no, I don't think so.
Bitch.
Or like we would go out, he'd be playing, and he already has a set already set up, and girls would be like, well, I want to listen to this.
I want to hear Ariana Grande. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, that's the other thing. If you don't have this one song from an album 20 years ago by this person that had a one-hit song, then you're the worst DJ in the world.
Fuck yeah, I want to dance.
Yeah, so that was the annoying parts of DJing.
I didn't want that famous. I want to be famous, but not for music.
Because and then it's got rough. Like even trying to do bar gigs when I was like, oh, maybe I'll try to pick up another bar gig.
I don't want to be famous. I
like
just want
years
the money.
later, it was like, oh, we already have a house DJ. Like we already have someone that just plays, and whether they're good or not, that's just the person that they have playing.
Yeah, I've done that too. I've even got to play it. I just don't give a shit. I'd rather play music for my girlfriend because I like watching her dance more than anything.
I busted everything out for my daughter one year. She had a birthday party at her old house, and I brought the fog machine out, the lights and everything, and she's like, oh, dance party in the basement. That was hilarious. That was pretty funny. But and I traded in, like I converted to the digital, like Final Scratch, when Stan.
That's Richie Houghton. They came out with that, and then Serato for the scratchers and stuff. You know what? I said that's an awesome platform. Fuck you guys if you, whatever you were dick sick and riders, whatever you sync. That's what it's there for. You're not there to showcase to another DJ. You're there to make those guys move, and if whoever's moving is who you got OPs to. If it takes using sync, they don't give a fuck. Out of 10,000 people, nobody knows what the fuck sync is. Only the other DJs there watching you.
For me, it was just nice. I didn't have to carry all these records. I could put all the digital music I already had on 2 vinyls. Right. I could still, because I adopted it when it was just vinyl. Yeah. I had the 2 records. Use all your setup. I could switch out to real ones. Yeah, like everything. I still run Tractor because of that. But
I like waking up in the morning. If she wants to clean, then I don't have to clean if I play her music.
I wish that worked for me.
It's a house DJ.
I think I got to clean a bathroom after you guys leave.
But I look at it like this: DJing. I sold my Xbox. I don't have that distraction in my life anymore. I cut a lot of distractions.
Oh, the PS4.
So
my kids, I think they're playing VR right now, virtual reality, while I'm doing this. I got to keep them quiet and not from walking around above here.
I look at it as a distraction because when I got injured, I had to think of something, and I didn't know how long I'm going to be injured for the rest of my life because I can't work. I'm pretty disabled. I can't even walk half the time.
Yeah, it looked like it was pretty rough.
Yeah, it is rough, and thank God I got the support that I do. But I said I got to do something. What talents do I have? And I can cut hair, I can scratch records, which I don't give a shit about. Anybody who wants to battle still on. But I can do art.
I don't care at all. But if you want to go,
I do art and I to be such a critic of myself as I can see myself evolving and growing, working with different colors that I normally wouldn't use, different surfaces, different aspects of the art. I'm proud of myself, and if you ain't proud of me, then I don't give a fuck. But you're still thinking of me.
Sweet. No, when I tore my meniscus, I was telling you, it's rough, right? When you're just like, oh man, I feel useless, and
I do.
What am I going to do?
As a man, that I had to fall back. And I said, well, okay, I got to sell these pieces, and it's devastating to her because her whole wall. She's like, you can't sell that one. You can't sell that one. Yeah. I had to whatever it says, it has to say Lisa, so that it doesn't sell. And I still sold them those. They're like, I don't give a fuck what it says. They'll buy it.
It's mine. It was hanging on my wall.
Well, if the wild style is crazy enough, they won't even know what it says.
But injuring myself and having kids and the fucking rent out here is retarded. She had to do it by herself, and we're still in a position, and I'm struggling. But you know what? We're happy. We stay positive, and then I'm cranking out art pieces.
How long does it take you to do?
That took me all day because I had to sit down and do it. Because I can only sit down. I can't stand up and do spread.
Right, like you're saying, yeah.
I can't, because with the motions and shit, to have my precise letters. I'm a perfectionist.
Sounds like it. You said you hate like every piece.
I don't like
done.
putting out bullshit because like nobody wants to see bullshit.
A lot of times
Agreed.
it's time to walk away.
But see,
It's like putting a 30-minute mix on
no
SoundCloud.
one wants to see bullshit unless they don't know it's bullshit. Like I think that's part of.
I think some of these people know their
right?
shit's bullshit when they put it out.
Well, no, the artist might, sure, but I'm saying like the general public, especially people that may be buying up graffiti writing and art because
The people that would like bullshit,
it's
and
an
people that are
urban,
growing
you know,
up,
like
yeah.
it is.
It's more socially acceptable than cocaine nowadays, dude. So it's like,
Is that the PSA for graffiti?
right? Listen, it is because
Graffiti more socially accepted than
Prime
cocaine?
example, we were downtown in Ann Arbor, and I was throwing up a piece in Graffiti Alley, and I had a lady come by with some exchange students. They're doing art on urban art, focusing all types of graffiti, whether you're doing throw-ups, whether you're doing murals, whether you're doing pieces, burners, whether you're just a little bastard that runs around and writes essay, all over fucking things. You're still getting out there. So she had him come pick up the can. I was like, "Don't you write on my piece? You go over there." But the kid like was instantly like, "Whoa, yeah, it's cool." And then this little girl was like, "Can I have a spray paint can?" So I gave her one.
You were like a little art teacher.
Yeah, I felt nice because kids were interested because it's visually stimulating.
It is. It's very visually stimulating.
I don't care if you could say whether I put that on a bathroom or if I put it on a toilet seat or if I put it on your car or someone else's car or a train car. You're still gonna sit back and be pissed, but you're gonna say sweet.
Right.
But I won't do that. I promise, because I have way too much respect for people.
So generally, where do you do you got a little black book? Is that what you got? You got your black book?
I got sketchbooks.
Sketchbooks?
I got my shit with me right now because I already planned on hitting something here.
So how long does it take you to conceptualize a sketch?
That took me all day, 8 hours.
But I mean, that whole piece took you 8 hours. How long does it take you to do the sketch?
5
Sometimes, man, see, like
Sometimes
for
I don't
me,
even
I'll
have
be
to
like,
sketch
all right,
it.
what am I doing? And I'll start with like one letter, and then I'll be like, all right, what's the motif going to be throughout the whole piece? Am I going to keep...
What you want to be? You want to stay with symmetrics, man. You want your shit to be even.
Oh, symmetrical.
You
yeah,
don't want
for
a bunch of bullshit going anywhere that makes no sense.
Well, and isn't that one of the reasons why a lot of writers keep short names? Like no one has
4-letter
like,
names. Yeah, I write 4-letter names and 3-letter names.
Because the balance.
Because the balance, and I like the way I position my like LMPK sets off because you got the points from the L and that ending with the K.
Yep.
And the symmetrics that I could do short in, short out. I write Tash because Tash is I made it up. Fuck it. It means nothing. It's just the four best letters that I do. TASH. I started doing D because I was always running from the fucking police. So dash. And I was like, no, I'm fucking Twizz. So then I started writing Twizz, but I don't like writing Z's.
You don't like writing the Z's?
No, I like tagging these. I like throwing them up. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
I don't like doing solid pieces. So it's like that right there's MLA. That's for Michael Lennon Aquino. That's my bestie.
Do you find yourself doing more pieces and stuff now than anything else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done more graffiti in the last 2 years than I have in the last 30 years. I assure you.
See, like for me, I've always appreciated this more. Like I get like the tag,
I had sketchbooks for days.
The calligraphy of tagging your name, but
Yeah.
I personally,
what I
I
did on the
never
side there.
liked that. Like I like pieces,
Those are
like
called
I
throw-ups.
like burners, like I've liked the big stuff
Yeah.
that's intricate and got a lot going on.
Eye candy.
Because you know
Yeah,
what,
for
believe
sure.
it or not, once you learn your can control and then you get a style, man, that weird wild shit you can't read, it's easy to do. Okay, I guess you're right. I don't know how to run this shit, but after you learn how to do it, I guess it's easy to do for you.
Oh, I still fuck up.
Listen, everybody should stay focused. If that's what you love to do, who gives a fuck what anybody thinks about it? That's why I never joined a crew. That's why I never had battles, because kids are getting shot nowadays for
Yeah,
graffiti and
but they've been
ignorant pieces. Right over
Yeah.
like Syntax. I gotta give props to Syntax. He's one of the Detroit legends I look up to as an artist because he struggled, because he does evolve himself to just not just wild style pieces, but like doing that tribal art that he
Right.
does. He's so good at it, and he does it so quick.
It's crazy to see names that have been up in Detroit for a long time, and
Getting kicked out of Detroit, that's bullshit.
ones that like disappear, like Turtle. He used to be all over the place. You'd see those little turtles everywhere.
Yeah, turtle. He had the how to demonstrate how to draw the turtle. I thought that was cute. as
And
fuck.
gone, and then I know like the bigger names you see,
Gasm.
like
I
Gasm
think
and Fudd
Gasm passed away.
or Elmer. Oh, really?
I know that. Yeah, I think Gasm. Yeah, no.
Well, Elmer would do Elmer, or he'd do Fudd.
Elmer
so-
had did the whole YouTube video where he wasn't masked. That's mad props.
Really?
Elmer for doing that shit.
Oh, I must have missed that one.
Loaf. I do apologize. Loaf was the one that passed away.
Gotcha.
He was a he had a unique style.
Oh, I know that.
And Vomit had a really unique, pointy, like crazy, wild style. It was a really good artist. Really, really good artist.
Well, I delivered. So after that was how I got stuck at the train. I used to deliver in a box truck for like 10 years, and I was stuck in the train. So then after that, I did a lot of deliveries downtown. And going through the different areas of Detroit, actually for a long time, I was keeping tracks of the intersections they were at, so that way I wanted to go back and take photos. My sister's a photographer, and have her take photos and put together a compilation book of local Detroit graffiti. And I don't know what happened to all those notes and stuff. Army's
symmetrics are flawless.
Yeah, I remember Army's stuff up too.
And he's still hitting. He's really, really, really good artist. But nobody's doing illegal shit anymore, because if you notice, they're stripping the city of its graffiti. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then you got cities like St. Louis that got the 5-mile flood wall, a legal graffiti wall. Yeah. My hometown Lorraine has a legal.
The DeQuinder Cut has. I mean, the art down there is awesome. And then I know.
Yeah, but it's still illegal.
Right.
You know, like even the Lincoln Street Art Park, you'll still get knocked for that shit.
Or was it Grand River has the art corridor too? Like all the businesses were all.
But
unless you
get
awesome.
commissioned to do it, but that's what artists should do, because
but even some of the commission stuff, I think, is the city saying, "Hey, you're going to pay a fine, or you got to take it down."
Yeah, because it's
a blight.
It's a blight, because Detroit already gets a bad rep, so they don't want to make it look more urban. What the fuck ever? I think Detroit's awesome, and Detroit's made me who I am today.
No, I mean To me, seeing the artist, the art around the city gives it that character. I get like the rundown pieces, maybe that are just peeling and stuff on the vacant buildings, but like if a business wants to, there was a piece, I can't remember where it was, but it was on a laundromat, and the whole side of it was.
I think that was those MSK cats that came over here starting shit.
But is this awesome piece that was like bubbles, and it was related to the laundromat business. So that was kind of cool, because it was like
that's the stuff that I have since before I get injured, I didn't expect it to take off so quick. Like I couldn't keep up. I almost quit doing it because I got stressed, and I always did this as a stress reliever. So I was like, why the fuck am I getting stressed off? Fuck that shit. I was like, I'm done doing graffiti. I was like, wait a minute, I'm doing it for other people now, and not just me,
right?
Because they paid for it.
It's interesting you say that, because my sister doing the photography, like she worked at a photo studio for a while. Before that, it was a hobby, and then she became a professional photographer at a studio, and she said it started taking away the love that she had for it.
Because you're doing something you're not used to doing, but you're taking your talent and evolving it.
And now that she's not in that business anymore, now that she's doing other stuff, now she's like, when I do get my camera out, there isn't that. It's now it's like, okay, this is.
I'm not a character. I'm not a character doer. I'm not a character writer. I don't do characters.
Yeah.
Okay. I could draw them if I'm looking at something, but I don't have that mentality. Letters. I'll rape a letter, dude. Yeah. But like, I'll manipulate that motherfucker. It'll never leave.
Yeah. Yes.
But like, I love letters because you could do so much with them, and numbers, and just mind fuck somebody with the way it looks and dimensions. But characters, I can't draw characters.
What do you think about the 3D stuff now?
I'm
the perspective stuff. Where you're at certain perspectives,
like
it looks crazy.
I'm pretty good at it.
Oh, so you're doing some of this now too, huh? Because there's some really crazy ones, man. The shadows and everything are on point, and that thing looks like it's fucking a spider on a wall and stuff, like crazy.
Yeah, that's what I want to get into. Right now, I'm just now learning the whole abstract graffiti. I'll show you.
The letters I was doing, it looked like it was like 5 feet off the paper.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
If I could fucking find it, motherfucker.
Mind blown for real.
It's crazy to see that stuff, and it's crazy to see what people are capable of. Like
here's the one she was talking about.
I'm always sharing videos on Facebook of different art things. Like I shared one last night, which was this guy breaks stuff. So like he broke a bunch of vinyl records, and then he swept them into piles, and it was Bob Marley. And then like he smashed a bunch of guitars, and out of the pieces made Kurt Cobain, and like all kinds of.
I just sent them to you. Check that shit out
on Messenger.
Yes, sir. And people with my
there you go, yeah, look at that.
So I just
looks like
experiment,
exploding.
So I want to figure out, because I'm trying to evolve. That's that wild style.
Oh, there you yeah. See, now that's wild style. Like the other stuff that you sent me,
nobody needs to worry about what this is.
This is real wild style.
Yeah, this is wild
for
style.
sure.
And look at those. I mean, it's clean. It says Dream.
Yeah, so you never would have fucking guessed.
Yeah, good luck.
I can see an M.
Yeah,
maybe.
you'll see if you look real hard. Plus,
Right
I'm
here
pretty sure
looks like an M to me.
I was on acid when I did that.
Sometimes I'll look at his pieces and I find things in there that he didn't even put in there.
There's some perspective.
So yeah,
like
there's some
Detroit.
perspective. Yeah, the 3D and kind of bending
And
it
then
and stuff.
like my favorite of it's called seamless. It's called no outline. There it is. No outline. Fucking abstract. Block.
So that was in the one that I sent you. That was kind of what I was going for when I did this one.
Yeah.
Yes, I noticed that. I noticed that.
I ended up doing the outline here, but the
don't want
hard
you
edges, I
stick with
didn't
it.
outline
Yeah.
anything. But that was kind of what I was going for, where each piece is kind of bending in a different direction.
Yeah.
And
it's hard because you're incorporating new structure to yours. You got your primary light, your secondary light, your reflection light.
Yeah.
It changes things if you didn't take 3 art classes in high school. You know?
Right.
I just did all this shit on my own.
I mean, and that's what this was. It was basically 3 shades, like a dark, a medium, and a light, and then just.
I just know it looks good. So it's like, and
This
then those
side's
colors
gonna
right
be
there,
like-
purple and greens go together great. With throw some white. I like the color scheme you got going on.
Yes.
That's like what I did. I did greens and purples yesterday. I like pinks and light pinks, and I like blacks and whites, apples, bananas, peach, pears.
This one was for Save on Everything, the coupon company. They wanted
what
some
is
stuff
that?
for their office. So they wanted one that said save time and money. So this is save time and money. This wasn't originally there. It was this piece here. Save, there's your money, and there was a clock for save time.
And that's
right?
your artwork.
This is me.
Okay.
So I did it for their offices. And then they were like, well, we want to see the words money and the words time. So then I went and created new ones and then just plugged them in because it was digital. So like this was a full piece that I did on the screen, and the other one was too, and then I just shrunk them down and stuck them in there.
Oh, right on.
Which was funny, actually. This one I kind of cheated. I took the
What'd you do, like a
the
graffiti
font.
app?
No, it's the font on like Word of a marker, and I just typed out money, and then I blew it up bigger and threw it in there, and then
They got fonts now.
oh yeah,
That like hundreds of thousands of different fonts that
yeah,
you can
fonts,
experiment with. That way, you're not okay. I look at it like this: you new artists, look up, Google some shit and copy it. Copy that 100 times, but don't go saying it's your shit.
Right.
That's how you learn. That's how you evolve by
sure.
you can't. I could teach you how to draw a square, but I could show you how to draw a square.
Right.
And then you could show me how I showed you.
Yep.
And then we show me, I show you. And then we're doing graffitis. Look, I took her out. And she did her first piece. She had never done that. She's real artsy fartsy. More fartsy than artsy.
Like this is my first time trying to do like shines and stuff. I like how on this one the colors.
I think if this is
gradient
your first time doing it, you definitely have the idea.
So the art stuff, like my mom was an artist, and I've always been artistic, and it is funny, right? Because I still have the drawing somewhere, but one day after seeing the trains and stuff, I was like, I'm gonna start trying to draw some of this stuff, and my buddy's like, oh yeah, right, and so I have drawings from me and 2 other friends all the same night, like, oh, we're gonna try and see what and.
Can I get productive criticism?
Oh, go
like
ahead.
A hot dog
Yeah,
on you.
no.
Like I would have. Okay, see, you got a lot going on, but I could read save. I would have left the arrows, but maybe connected them down with with points.
Mm-hmm.
Got rid of those red arrows, but turned those red arrows in between V up and down, everywhere the numbers are behind save. So that they're, it's not so much cluster. Then I would have threw up money. Like it wrote it money, but legible, not like gang writing. It looked like gang writing. Yeah. See, everybody, they always thought, oh my god, damn it, son of a bitch, high school. They always thought I was writing gang writing because I'm from an area, a town where they're all little bitches. So, and they didn't understand that I have skills, and then now these same motherfuckers that were talking shit want shit from me.
They want shit, yeah, for sure.
Fuck you.
So the arrows in the S were to be a $sign for save money.
Okay.
That's where I was going with those to make the $sign.
I thought you were just having arrows in there because graffiti and arrows go together.
No, I know that's why they're here.
Because it's letter manipulation. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got a lot of space.
Yep.
Maybe. See, who am I though? Fuck me.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it because, like, again, I mean,
See, my shit could have been tightened up.
now-
It's like you didn't notice the O, so that's like okay. I need to distance it from the
no,
M.
I can see the O. I wasn't sure if it was an O or a U because of the way it curves
That's a problem.
up.
That's a problem.
So
That's
that
a
was
problem,
I wasn't
Lisa.
sure about that.
How'd you let me leave? Was it looking like that? God damn.
But
it.
again, though, that's up to you, right? Isn't it up to you as the artist to
why they
say,
hired you.
this is a fucking O. I don't care if you think it's a U or an O. This is an O. This is my
I can't
vision
say
of
that
the
because
O.
her daughter, I love her daughter so much. She asked me to do a piece for her, and I instantly just did Dash because that's what I write, but her name is Ashley.
Okay.
And she was like, "Did I say Ashley?" I said, "Yeah." She
walked away.
She was not stupid. I was like, I'll do you another one.
It says my name. I'm like, yeah, I don't think so either.
So this is these are all like car affiliated shit. I've never done characters before.
Yeah.
And like I didn't want to. I'm sorry, dude, but if you're listening, like I didn't want to like come off as an inexperienced, but I was inexperienced as fuck when I did that. I could do letters all day, but I've never done characters.
No, and like the characters, I get that, and I can see it, but for
It's
me,
hard to do with spray paint. But if I
for
practice,
me, it's not something that I
practice,
wanted. I really wanted to, because you got to come up with like your own character, and
but I'll get with somebody that does characters, and we'll do a
right, and you
Bonnet
do a
piece
piece
together.
Yeah, for sure.
So any character drawers out there, hit me up, Twizz313@gmail. That's with 2 Z's. Bitches.
So you're trying to focus on the more 3D.
I'm trying to
and the
focus on
abstract
getting healthy. So if they're listening right now, I'm not working. I'm not making any money. I'm not doing anything physical.
But you're always practicing, right?
Oh, for sure.
No, I can't.
Well,
I can't. I can't do anything.
though.
As long as I'm sitting down and
Well, yeah, you can draw though. You can
yeah,
draw.
but I
these
could draw
things,
till the
though.
cows come home. I don't want to fucking draw. I got paint. I want to use paint. I don't need to draw. I've been drawing for 40 years. I don't want to draw.
Well, can't you like?
I don't need to practice.
Can't you get those stacks of drawings so that once everything's fine and
I
you're
do.
healed
I have
and,
stacks in
and
my book bag
settlements
right
and
now.
stuff are done, you can just be like, oh, all right, let's get to work and start painting every one of these.
I'd be doing it right now if I didn't get fucking injured.
Man,
Right now, and I'd be doing it.
And it's not like
I'd be doing it
something
for
you
free or getting paid either.
It's not
If
like
I was
something you
getting
can do sitting down either.
No.
Right.
No,
You
because
need
like,
that
I've
distance,
developed
that being able, that part of that control,
the
right? It's gonna be
dexterity
the
of
distance.
like I know.
Oh, yeah.
I move with my letters. I know how to do
Oh,
it. Like,
sure.
I'm comfortable with my surroundings, but I can't do it now because I'm injured. I'm collecting workman's comp, so I do nothing.
Yeah, that's gotta
Dude,
be
don't
right.
ask me for a piece to sell, but if I could do it sitting down, I'll do it for free out of the kindness of my heart.
Which you've done millions of times. Easy.
And a slice of pizza.
Oh,
I want
beer.
pizza. I want fucking
Beer.
pizza.
And a beer.
But it's got to be cottage inn pizza.
Cottage
Don't
Inn.
bring me no bullshit.
Oh, wow.
I'm a princess, dude.
Cottage Inn.
Yeah. Cottage inn. Remember that Philly cheesesteak with the red peppers?
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, that shit was slapping.
Cottage Inn when I was younger seemed to be the bomb, but I don't know now. There's no real pizza that like blows my
I don't know.
mind.
Galaxy Party Store in 9 Mile or Stevens and Groesbeck area.
Okay.
And Warren has the best fucking party store pizza I've ever had in my life. Galaxy.
really?
Go to them.
There's
It's cheap. It's $5.99 for an extra large.
There's a place in Birmingham that's known for their slices too. God, I can't remember the damn name of it, but
A little parched.
that's what they're known for is their slices, and it's great. It is good. They're cheap
Am I allowed
too.
to mention any names in here? You just bleep them out anyways, right?
I can if it's something that needs to be bleeped out.
Bud Light Lemon's awesome.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah,
It's so
I don't
good.
think that's going to be a problem.
Everybody get it. Girls, kids, everything. But drink it. It's delicious. It's lightweight and it tastes better
I
than
can always do
summer
the
shandy.
disclaimer. Anything that's said by my guests are their thoughts
Right.
only. I do not share the opinion reviews.
If you have anything, comment and share, you can hit me up on lmpkcustoms.com. You can lmpkcustoms@gmail.com and facebook.com/Twizz313. Hit me up direct.
So how long until you should be healed and be able to actually
Next year.
get to work? Really?
I have to because I'm about to get paid.
Jeez.
I'm buying jet skis and I'm gonna leave.
Oh Lord.
And we're gonna have them painted like giraffes.
Just buy a bunch of paint.
because we're weird, dude. Oh no, I know. Listen, she already knows. I was like, we need that 4th bedroom for the 3,000 cans of paint. I'm
Paint.
buying.
Yeah, you just.
Is that a paint room?
I'm not even joking. They have a 3,000 can rack.
Jeez.
Primo.com. I'm buying
Wow.
that bitch.
Wow. Yeah, it's crazy.
And then I'm gonna have a flood wall, and then finally I'm gonna have the balls to invite all the legends that I want to meet and just do a piece with them. That's
So
that.
can you talk about what happened to you? Like what?
Yeah,
what
I was
this
at work, minding my own business, bitching at the guys because they break my sawzall blades. And we were trucking along. We were all working, trying to meet deadline. But and it was my friend that hit me.
Really?
Okay, so I'm not mad at him. So there's no hard
No,
feeling.
it looked
It was an
like
accident.
It was an accident.
It
for
was an
sure.
accident. But accidents happen because if you're on a 50,000-pound machine, you come at me 400 yards away. at 20
carrying
miles an
a
hour.
fucking
You should be
seeing
minivan
me
in a non-staging area. I got hit, but I can't say too much because I am currently in a lawsuit. and I don't want to.
Right,
that.
right.
But like I said, they are paying me. I have no quarrels with them right now.
But basically, you got hit by.
I got hit by a high. You can post a video if you want. Hey, you can
That video is crazy.
You can post a video if you
Oh
want.
really? That shit was crazy.
I'll give you. You can have that video.
Yeah,
you
that
do what you
shit
want
was
with it.
nuts.
It's hard to watch.
Just don't post
yeah.
it from. You can't get no cash from it.
Yeah,
You-
no.
You're really fucking me over.
So this right now, maybe one day will generate money, but right now, this show, this whole idea, what I'm
I
doing
like what you're doing.
is legit. Like I don't make a cent from it. That's a possibility once I get enough listeners or consistent,
Dude, I'll get your
downloads and
shit
stuff.
tattooed on me.
But it's maybe it would be nice to make supplemental income, but it wasn't why I started doing it. Like I was telling you outside, like it was born from the hearing all these different people that were trying to make it as musicians, hearing the different stories, the things that they went through, and how they got to where they were at trying to do music. And
sometimes it takes one thing to think you're doing right. Now, hold on. I think I've been drinking. So sometimes you got to do something and fail at it to realize that you're better at something else.
Sure.
Maybe that you've been doing your whole life.
Sure. So, and I mean, I dabbled a long, long time ago. Do you remember Winamp for your computer to play music?
Winamp. Oh, that thing that came with AIDS?
It looked like a llama or something was the logo, but it was a music player, and you could change the skins on it and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, they also had another program called Shoutcast, which was live radio, like streaming radio, before it became a big thing.
Remember LimeWire, where she just raped and murdered your computer?
Yeah, LimeWire, FrostWire.
All those AIDS-infected programs.
Yeah.
But it took you 18 hours to download that 1 4-minute porno clip. I just went to the Sears catalog. Fuck it.
I was always just downloading music.
Sears catalog or the Muscle Fitness magazine. I don't give a fuck.
Muscle Fitness. Oh my God.
Nothing's better than your man. Now these kids, they just spell the wrong video game and they're off to some new shit they never knew sexually.
Look, you want to hear a funny story? So my son, he's 15 now, but back when he was like 10, I gave him an old cell phone that I wasn't using anymore, so he could use it for games and photos and stuff like that. And
you forgot to change your spank bank around.
And one day I was working on, I had a project motorcycle that I was working on, and I had a couple websites saved on that phone, and I go to grab it, and he's like, "Oh, just so you know, I've been kind of taking that phone to school and stuff." And I'm like, "What?" So like, I open his phone and I pull up the internet, and as soon as I pull up the internet, it's like two lady officers taking advantage of their suspect.
I like you're going.
And it's funny. So like, I pull up his internet history, and I can see his Google search literally says Google search boob videos. And what you said, I'm like, why'd you search for boob videos? He's like, no, I was searching for book videos.
Right.
And I just hit the B instead of the K, and it's.
Hey, no, listen, I don't have a son, but I'm telling him, like, look, dude, go ahead, masturbate away. You don't have to pay your dick child support.
Oh my God. Amen.
That's all I'm saying.
No, they don't.
No, I mean, sex is a part of life. I mean, now that their kids are having sex at like 9 years old nowadays, because everybody's got an iPhone, and like hey, my daughter, can I use your phone? And I seen like the BBC bang gang bang. I'm like, oh Christ.
Oh my God.
I don't want to know this fucking shit.
No, like my daughter just turned 9, and
I was like,
she's gonna be 10 this year.
My daughter's got to be
doing
doing drugs and having sex right now. I know she is, because she's like almost 16.
I
don't, because I was slaying bitches when I was 16, dude. It was like, I was a pussy slayer.
But it's just crazy. It's nuts being in the other position now.
Yeah, now I'm like, no.
Right?
Just do graffiti, pick up a can, do some graffiti.
Yeah.
Like, you say that, but then when they do pick up.
By the end of fall next year, my goal is to have a little building somewhere in an abandoned area where kids that live in that area can come learn how to do some artwork and not have to worry about catching a stray bullet. Like, not that it's that bad, but if you got nothing to do in the hood, what are you gonna do? You're gonna do some hood shit. And I want to invite all like, I want to buy a corner and turn it into my own little 5 points that rest in peace.
All right, I said. Do you want your mic turned on? Because you seem to be more into the conversation. I can turn the mic on. I mean, our mics are picking you up a little bit, but I can give you a mic.
They're like, who is that?
No, I wanted to do that so much. Like, so there was a couple big buildings that were just vacant, ran down. I've always wanted to do like buy my own fantasy factory, and be able to like make it a free space where people could just
like
come
the
and
5
practice.
Points in New York.
Exactly.
I don't know if you're familiar with that spot.
Yeah, they painted over it.
They tore it down.
They tore it down now? I knew they painted over it.
In that. Beat Street was filmed in pieces of that area.
Yeah, because I knew he whitewashed the whole building overnight without telling anyone. Wow. Just
Bansky was there and shit. Like, people who started, it's just sad, but I will. I'm not gonna say I want to, because I'm gonna own a spot where people can come play ping pong, do graffiti, smoke weed if they want, because it's legal here.
So I work for a pretty big company downtown, and that was one of the things that I suggested was like, they've had 2 world famous artists come in and do really big pieces on a building that are now being covered up. Which was part of my spin, was that I said they should donate some of their, because they own a lot of buildings downtown, donate some of that wall space to people so that they're not getting in trouble. Commission them to come practice their art.
Don't even have to pay them,
so they're not getting in trouble. Then maybe the next time they're in the news for having an artist come do work, it can be a world famous artist that they helped give a break that started here. So that was one thing I'd always like to do. I know that there's a couple other states and countries that have corridors
St. Louis
or
is one of them.
walls
St.
where
Louis.
you can just go.
Bro, they have Paint Louis in St. Louis.
In Ann Arbor, the graffiti alley, there's a
Right.
whole alley.
Yeah, but they're cracking down more on that. There was a bunch of people complaining about smell. Like, listen, you're in a fucking alley with graffiti and
What do
bubblegum.
you expect?
All right, but like, I want to.
Would they complain
I
if
want
they were
to pay.
using cane sugar
kids.
paint?
I want kids. I want kids to like to be able to come to a place to learn how to do graffiti, to do it for them, not to do it for
Right.
money. Because I will still do graffiti for free, and do it happily.
Well, like you said, you're going to do it anyway.
Right, but like
so
to
if someone
go
wants
into
to
it, to go into it
commission
expecting
you to
to
do
get
it,
rich, to go into
Yeah.
it expecting to get rich. Maybe that's why I'm so successful with it, because my whole life I did it for me. I didn't want $1 from it.
Right.
If I sold every piece that I made, I'd be a billionaire. But I'm not about that life. But I am about that life now. Now that I'm broke.
Yeah. Damn.
But now I still do it because like if I'm gonna get paid to do something that I would be doing for free anyways.
Right. And there's more power to you, right? If you can find a job doing something that you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
And that's true.
I think it's true to a degree because, like, even you said, it started stressing you out.
The job that I
because-
had now was great. I thought I found that career because I was learning. I don't know. Listen, I'm a bitch. I don't know how to work. I don't know how to work on cars to save my life. That's why they have mechanics.
Right.
Yeah,
That's why they have
I
mechanics.
could build. I could build shit to smoke out of. But you know what I mean?
He built a soldering gun.
Soldering gun.
I
Like
have
I'm
a
a
pencil.
motherfucking
I have
MacGyver,
a
weird
pencil.
shit. But like,
Okay.
mechanic. Oh, 700 change a muffler. Fuck it. Here. You know, I don't care. Fix it.
Right.
You know, but like I started now, thank God, to YouTube.com. I learned how to do just about everything.
Hey, when the project motorcycle that I used to have, at the point that me and my buddy bought that was I was like, dude, me and the internet, we got this.
I'm changing a water pump on a 2004.
And we got that thing running. I've never rode it while it ran, but we got it running.
I don't know what the fucking air intake hose is, but I went to the junkyard, took it off, and put it on her car.
It worked.
Oh, I had to watch it. I watched the video 5 times, and I was like, I can do this shit. I can fucking do this.
Nope. No, the internet is crazy how it's done that,
Yeah.
right? How it's changed things and it's helped artists and just everything get more visibility, but then it's also feels like it's such a toxic place.
Right.
It is a toxic place, but it's only toxic for people that let it happen to them. It's like, you know, and listen, I could really fuck this up, or I could really make you believe, like, I need to choose my words wisely. But like, I think it's only toxic as much as you let it, because like I let a lot of toxic people out of my life, close friends, and I feel great. I'm all people that hold me back. I don't care if you don't like me. Somebody will.
Right.
But I do care if you don't like me, because I want to be loved.
You missed it, but a single tear. Just,
You guys are gay in a good way.
oh man, so
I was with a
once-
female, so I shouldn't say gay if I offended anybody.
So oh my god. So once you're back up and running, I mean, full speed ahead.
Once I'm back up
Or-
and running, I'm not gonna be back up and running. I promise you, till this time next year.
What's so seeing you walk and how hard it was, right? What's the full range of mobility you're expecting to have back? Are you going to be able to stand?
I'm doing
and do
I'm doing
pieces?
physical therapy, and like I had ACL surgery, meniscus repair, and plus 4 years ago I shattered my heel in 8 pieces because my Mikey that's listening right now called me a bitch and just said, "Get over the fence now," and we were hammered. Whatever.
And you shattered your
I
heel?
shattered that motherfucker.
God.
8 pieces. So I got 6 screws and plates in that fucker.
Same leg.
And same leg. So I'm just hoping the next time the leg just comes off.
Dude, I would have thought from that video you were never walking again.
I would have thought from that video I was dead.
Yeah.
But by the grace of something that was there.
But I mean, like, because he dragged you too.
It's because I'm a beast, dude. It's because I'm built tongue and tough. Like I
That's
said,
the way to twist
we're
it,
from
right?
we're
I'm
from
a
the
beast.
80s. We're from the 80s, 90s,
the
dude.
80s,
My uncle molested me harder than that thing hit me. We're built tongue and tough, dude.
Oh man.
The only person that can hurt me is
60s or
her. Because my heart's still fragile. Probably because I did a lot of drugs. But we'll go with love.
Yeah, right. Damn. So, what else? Do you get creative any other ways?
Yes.
Or
Oh
what
yeah.
else do you do?
I created booger. Okay. So
It sounded like you just stopped and said, "I create boogers."
Yeah, I did.
Like, that's-
I did. Let me, in a nutshell, Lisa wasn't feeling too good, and she blew these. She's filling up napkins. Like, what the fuck?
Oh my
are all the booger
lord!
come-" And I was like, I'm gonna draw you a booger monster. So I did a whole family of boogers.
That's not where I thought that was going. I thought you were going to start telling me you're doing booger sculptures or something.
Oh no, that's no, we're just not getting into butt stuff. So,
Oh my god.
but so I drew these booger monsters. I'm about to send them to you right now.
Booger monsters.
Yeah,
All right.
and they're kids. Okay, so and then the booger monster led to me doing a
Yeah,
trailer.
my kids are booger monsters too.
I did a trailer in Ohio, and I drew the big booger monster in space, holding planets and shit. And kids were running up to it, trying to hug it. So he was like, "You got to take that booger monster off my trailer." And he's like, "Put letters on it," because I got kids thinking there's snow cones and shit. So he didn't look like a bow and arrow salesman.
Right. Wow.
But he said I like the booger monster. It's like, dude, it's like Disney graffiti.
Yep.
That's funny.
And I'm saying, what am I doing? Okay.
Now, do you mostly work exclusively? Obviously, markers too, but do you mostly just do spray paint?
No, I do mostly everything. There's times when I need to use spray paint. There's times when I'll never use a marker on a wall though. Don't get me wrong. I'll flex a can of paint. Like I did on that last piece I showed you, I did 2 cans of spray paint that was just regular old Rusto I found in the basement.
Right.
And then I added the flare. There's that wick stick on the. Is there pictures of it, like the whole trailer?
Is that the trailer you're talking about?
That's one side of it.
Oh, so there was a booger monster?
Yeah, I got the booger monster right here. Where the fuck is the booger monster? You can go to Wick Stick Stabilizers, and then I did that logo too. I've never had my piece. That was the first time a piece of mine's been vectorized, whatever the fuck that means.
It's
some fancy shit to make it look
into
better.
a digital file.
Yeah, making it not me.
It's still you.
Which is
Yeah, go to their Facebook.
Is that it? That's a .com. Is this it?
Yeah.
No, you gotta go to their Facebook.
Go to the Facebook.
Go to Facebook. Yeah, everything's Facebook.
Where the hell is
I
the
fucking hate Facebook.
Oh, let me.
There's Facebook's down there.
Right there. Even with my glasses on, that print is really small, so it's going to be in photos probably.
Yeah.
So what the hell did they do?
They're
Those are stabilizers for a bow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he does. Listen, this guy is insane. I'd like to give him a shout out, man. He does some of the best work. He does it all himself. It's all him, just him. He candy paints. He does all of his own graphics except for the graffiti. That's me.
Oh shit! I bow hunt.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. There you go. Add him as a friend. His name's Dan Hardwick, and he's one of the hardest working motherfuckers on the planet. And he drives my graffiti all around the United States.
That's awesome.
And he's the highest. He's the most money I've ever made doing this shit. 2 years ago.
Damn! Look at that. Holy crap!
Yeah. Then like all these kids had a championship match, and they all wanted pictures in front of the graffiti,
Wow.
that makes me proud.
No, it does.
Like there's one side.
Yep, I saw it.
Where's the?
That's what covered the booger monster.
That's what covered the booger monster.
Yeah.
Huh? So does he have the booger monster on here?
Yeah, you'll see right there. There's the booger monster.
Right here, yeah. There's his mouth, his teeth, and stuff.
And then there's like another guy on the other side.
That is pretty sweet.
I did another. There's the other side of it too. There's like
I love all
my
this
first
space.
character that I did with spray paint. I was nervous as fuck. Where is it? Go down more.
What's that to the right?
You got to be my eyes there, babe. Because
Yeah, go
There's
you're
that
right.
one there.
I think that's the other side of the trailer.
Yeah.
yeah, you want to go? I want to show him the dude.
Oh, the back of it.
Yeah, the guy that's like shit. I should have had a fucking stabilizer. Like, see how the kids are getting pictures with it.
Oh, that is pretty funny.
Go down a little bit more.
Wow.
Oh, right there. You click on that one. I think that one shows. No, that doesn't show.
No, that's the other side. Yeah.
Huh.
There's a kid there's a dude standing there, and it's
gotta
it's stormy weather, and he's like, I should have used a fucking stabilizer, because he missed every shot. Like I had him miss every shot. It's really they like it. It's pretty dope.
Where's that at?
He posts so many damn
He
pictures.
knows. He's got a lot of photos.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Oh shit.
He doesn't have,
That's before it
we
was
don't have to
painted.
talk shit.
Right.
He doesn't even have a picture.
Dan, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Right.
Wow, but he's got a lot of stabilizers, huh?
Anyways, if you want to see the shit, you can go to my page, our page, LMPK Customs. That is facebook.com/LMPK Customs.
Jeez, yeah, no, that's crazy. I got a bear in the freezer over
Do
there.
you really?
Yeah, black bear.
Do you have it all cut up and stuff?
There's some meat, and then the hide is in there. I haven't taken it to a taxidermist yet. I went to Canada last year, and
Well,
it was nuts. I didn't get it with a bow. I took a shotgun. I wasn't taking that fucking chance.
dude, I'm born and I'm on it with like an AR. Like, get the
Yeah,
fuck down.
I was like, my uncle went one year with his bow, and I was like, fuck that. I'm not going up in the tree to something that can climb a tree very fast
Yeah, I don't know.
without something that I can reload quickly, right?
Fuck that shit, dude. I'll fire my weapon and empty the clip. Then they're like, ha 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 ha, you have nothing left.
Yeah, no, it was a crazy ass experience. But yeah.
Where the fuck is that picture at, mate?
I have so many pictures on my phone too. I wish I would.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, whatever. But anyways,
That's
biggest thing for me right now is just staying positive and being happy.
right.
So do whatever you do makes you happy. Fuck what everybody else says.
For sure. And that's one of the things that's like kind of a common theme is there's a lot of people that are living unhappy lives that
Yep.
won't go after
And those are
stuff
people
just because
that will
they're
bring you
afraid.
down. Whether they're your family members or best friends, cut them.
Or they're just afraid to take that step.
Right.
Because if they ain't willing to bring you up, what the fuck is the point of having them around?
That's
just
like-
wait.
I try to tell my kids, like, just do this shit. I wrote a book. I self-published a book on Amazon.
Oh, don't get me started.
Did this.
Listen, don't get me started.
Did this. I'm
writing a movie.
I'm just always, I've written scripts. I'm
Graffiti. We got to get together and write this
partially
graffiti
working
movie.
on
There
one.
is a movie off
There
of
you
it.
go.
Yeah, I'll pitch it to you. I'll pitch it when we're done.
Yeah,
And you can-
partially working on something right now with a couple other people. But we all have other projects going on, so it's kind of slowed down.
Obviously, Bradley Cooper will play me because sexy as fuck.
I can see it.
Oh, thank you. See, that's why I got this pretty lady.
Yeah, but you wanted Uma Thurman to play me. I'm like,
Because Uma Thurman's that weirdo, sexy, like crazy. You're weirdo, sexy, crazy. I love it.
Oh man, hilarious, man,
We've been together for 2 years. It's been best 2 years so far.
excellent.
amazing.
Because
I got her. I made her food. I'm a cook too.
Oh my god.
All right.
I throw down the panty dropping sauce. Is what I made.
So I see Ron's always cooking.
Ron is a great cook. Ron is just a good individual. And
You
Ron's a
ever
good
do a
person.
cook-off with Ron?
No, I
see he had a barbecue challenge.
Listen,
like
I don't
a
even
few
like. I don't like
months
to.
ago.
I don't like to suck my own dick. But like,
Don't lie.
I'm a chef.
All right.
I'm a chef. I'm a chef, but I'm also a friend.
You're a good friend.
But anybody wants to DJ, come and get me.
So that's the only thing
I
you want.
haven't touched equipment in a year. I'll still fuck people up.
Oh man, yeah.
But I won't listen. I won't even think about battling these graffiti artists. Some of these kids, these young kids, got so much talent, and they're just going to get better and better and better and better and better. Like I see myself. I used to be envious to these artists, but then I said, stop being envious. Do your own thing.
Yeah, just do your own thing. It's just respect that. It's crazy to see like what people are capable of.
Syntax is. I look up to him, and I can't tell him enough how much he's influenced me to evolve into other aspects. This late with booger monsters and doing shit for other people, making them happy. That I'm making them happy, making myself happy. Everybody's fucking happy. Everything is awesome. Everybody be happy.
I mean, that's a good outlook to have, especially with the situation that you're.
It took me a long time. It took a long, hard work to get to where I'm at with my positive nature. But
have you ever done any shows, like any
graffiti shows?
Yeah,
I did graffiti on girls one time. That was weird because there's a bunch of drunk whores. And I did a
with what markers?
Yeah, the paint marker, whatever I had,
yeah.
because I'm a picky person. I use specific.
You see, they got. I think Sharpie has tattoo markers.
I
Now.
don't use Sharpie markers. Sharpie's expensive. It's like, okay, Sharpie's like techniques. There's very expensive bullshit.
You're paying for the name.
Right.
Yeah. Techniques are suck. That's why DJ constantly looks like he's doing something because he's constantly matching his records. So then when they added effects and then shit that matches the beat for you, they're like, "What do we do?"
Oh man, I'll tell you what. That is one of the crazier things. I did a DJ battle at the Emerald Theater back in the day, back around those same years, around like 2005.
I think I was in that battle.
I did a battle there, and a kid brought in his whole fucking computer tower. like I ran digital, but like, all the scratching, everything I ever did, I actually did right there on the spot. All the computer did was just house my music. I did all that stuff.
He brought his tower,
He brought a fucking computer tower.
like his big laptop.
No, a tower, like the box computer that's always on your floor.
Yeah.
Like that's what he brought.
That's all he had. Maybe that's all he had though.
And I sat You're
giving him the benefit.
No, okay. But I sat behind him on the stage, and I was watching him, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't doing any of the scratches that were coming through those speakers.
So he had no
looked like
turntable,
it.
just a tower.
Yeah.
So he was mouse clicking,
Bro,
scratching.
he had turntable. He had like a controller or whatever up there, but it didn't look like he was manipulating it the way the sound was coming out.
He probably wasn't.
And I was just like, man, I never even
Because
thought
I'll take
about
your
doing
records
that.
and break them and then scratch them.
I never even thought about that.
I'm sorry. I'm drinking.
At that point, but I never thought about that. Like as trying to be a DJ and be credible and learning the turntablism part versus just like the music part and beat matching and everything. Like
Which is the most important thing. Because if you can't beat match by ear, don't use sync and call yourself high.
It's crazy.
But then again, I'm not here for DJ politics. God damn it! That's why I quit DJing, because I love the politics and the bullshit. Fuck DJing, dude.
Well, like my son, like I've got equipment and he's
get him to DJ. It's fun.
Expressed interest in music.
It'll get him so laid.
But see. No, he wants to get right. Oh, let me scratch that. Let me scratch. And I'm like, you need to learn like these basics first. And there was things that I didn't know. Like I wasn't checking my pre-fader levels for years, and songs would come in super loud compared to others, and I was like, ah. And I didn't learn that until much later, and I was like, man, I feel like such a dumbass because now I know I need to check and make sure that the highest part of this song is relatively close to the highest part of the song that I'm currently playing.
That's because back in the day we were buying bullshit ripped music. Like,
oh yeah.
Now you got high quality MP4s, and then you got like programs like, what is that Pioneer program that people use, Record Box, whatever.
Yeah.
You can go in and just rape your tracks, all the hell. So it's just like Q. Yeah. So you're really not doing shit.
Well, so that was one of the things I did is I normalized a whole library of songs that I had at the time. I normalized them all to the same level. Like this program ran and just took every song and chopped them all down to they were all the same level. But that still doesn't solve the problem. And now I have a bunch of songs in my collection that are like really quiet when I play them. So I gotta
run them and run through Ableton and just turn them up.
Yeah, I would have to again. I just don't feel like sitting around.
Yeah, that's why I don't do that. That's why I don't do that shit. That's why I don't do that shit. I can finger fuck Ableton until I'm blue in the face, but I'd rather draw.
Yeah,
I'll play for her. I love playing for her. I like playing for my friends. Don't get me wrong. Like if somebody asks me to DJ right now, like a house party or something, I'll like gladly come DJ a house party. Yeah, and I'll do it for free. I don't want money.
Yeah.
I do that shit because I like doing it.
Right.
All right. If I wanted a career out of it, I would have started producing 20 years ago.
Yeah, and I never wanted to get into producing.
I don't have that. Like listen, I need like a 55-gallon drum of Adderall to sit down.
Like the beat that you heard for the opening, I've got a whole selection of them. Like before you came over, I said, okay, which one am I going to use for today?
Who made that beat?
So that's a buddy of mine. He went by the name Tane. Kyle Catane he's a friend of mine that he. Have you ever met that person that's really talented, but they just don't want to pursue it?
Yes, a whole bunch of my friends.
And so like he put out like 5 or 6. He produced everything, 5 or 6 solo records. Did a couple where he performed with other people, but then like he never pursued it farther. But a lot of his mentality was like, fuck the corporate music world. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it on my own terms.
Yeah, but you're still gonna be broke on your own terms. If you want money, you gotta sell your dick out a little bit.
And it was funny because me and another buddy, we used to always tease him. We're like, dude, we're just gonna take your shit and say it's us. So we're just gonna say, he's like, go ahead, do it.
Go ahead. It's called ghostwriting, dude. That's like my buddy.
Start sending it to the radio.
My buddies want to do it like Stanton Warriors. Like my buddy wants to be the touring DJ, but like, okay, if I'm gonna be rich, then I'll make some tracks for you. You can go ahead and slap your name on it and just give me a cut. He wants to be famous and do this shit. I don't want to do this shit at all. I just like to get drunk and play the same Kyle fucking Watson tracks over and over. But I like what I like and I like doing it for people. I always DJ for my friends, but the raves. I'm done with the rave shit, dude.
Yeah, see, I never got into the rave scene.
You know,
I was more like I did a lot of like the hip hop
movement's
stuff.
gay as fuck now. It's all like they're sucking TV lounges teats, dude. And I should stop talking.
But it's
I'm full of deep-seated hatred.
Yeah,
you know why? Because I feel like I failed myself because I was doing so good, and then I just don't want to produce music.
Right.
And
there's nothing wrong with that.
Electronic music has a attention span of about a single fart long. So if you're not keeping my attention,
you know what's funny is like for so long that EDM specifically,
don't say EDM,
everything being branded as techno back in the day,
well, yeah.
Right? How it was
drum and bass and
right,
breaks.
but like everything, drum and bass, house, all this stuff,
that
progressive,
was culture.
like it all was techno. When I was growing up, that any music that sounded like that was called techno, whether it was real techno or not, but that was just what it all got called, right?
And then Electric Forest fucked over Rothbury real good, and then we're EDM, and then we're gonna Bass Nectar play fucking 4 hours of and feed a bunch of kids ketamine and fucking charge them $400 to go to a festival, but they can't spend $5 to go see some badass logos.
So then
Fuck you guys too.
it was interesting though to see that like a lot of the mainstream music has adopted. And,
There is nothing on the radio that's
EDM.
not electronic music.
Right. I mean, they've adopted
Straight up.
so much though now. I mean, from the vocal stylings of some songs to the music for sure. And it's just crazy to see something that was laughed at for so long kind of
Just like
transition
graffiti.
into like pretty quietly transition into like the background of a lot of R&B.
Because different cultures started taking ecstasy and they're like, this shit's sweet. They're like, fuck yeah. Now it's selling. It's selling. Now, just like graffiti, dude. Like, clean it up a little bit. You don't have to have Daffy Duck flipping off the bird or jacking off or something, but just draw a sick ass piece and people are gonna be like, damn, that's sick.
For sure.
What's it say?
You go to Royal Oak, there's a bunch of alleys in Royal Oak
Toast,
that
Toast.
they're commissioned and
All
nice
the
pieces.
all the letters are breakfast pieces.
Yeah.
Breakfast food. And whoever did that, I don't know who did that piece, but man, props to that dude. I like that style of graffiti where you take like, I saw a piece drive on a train and it was all rhinoceroses, but they're letters.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Well, to see something creative like that, right?
Yes,
I mean,
that's unique. I like that shit.
Is there anything or any writers right now that are just like kind of blowing your mind that you've seen or?
Yes, dude. I can't remember this guy. He does the best 3D abstract
There's
graffiti
some
where it
crazy
looks like
shit
it's
out
going
there.
around the corner and shit. Like and I watched the 15-minute sped up video of him
doing the time lapse.
Yeah, it's all about layering, and then
Yeah.
and then that's why I was like, holy fuck, I've been doing it wrong the whole time. So once I did this way, remember when I did that piece? For my very first time, I did L and K in a heart, and it came out damn near perfect because I watched the video. I was like, that's how you do it. Okay, I wasn't taught that shit. I just I went to school, but I was fucked up most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, so like, what was your basic technique for a long time? I mean, like the stuff that I had looked up, and when I started trying to experiment with spray paint, was like lay down an outline, do your fills, do your actual outlines or your glows, and then finish off with the outline to make it crisp.
I do the sketch, rough sketch, because I'm all over the place. You'll be like,
use
that's gonna say what?
Like a light gray or something. To
Yeah,
sketch it out?
something that's not gonna drip or something.
Right.
'Cause I don't want too much of a mess. I even use like a tan, depending on the color of the wall.
Okay.
But for the most part, because I don't really have to sketch out too much, but sometimes I do, especially if it's a big area. Because I'm constantly, because it's visually like,
Right.
well, okay, fuck.
Well, you get so focused in the one area that you're at, and you got to
I'll crack
see
out
the
this
whole
one area
thing.
and be like,
Yeah.
oh, shit, I got a lot going on. But then I do all my fill-in colors, and then I do my 3Ds, and then my background colors, and then my outline's very last thing I do. And then we hit it with some sunspots and some lights. But with this abstract, you get one shot. You know what I mean? Or then you're constantly fucking yourself over till you like, trimming the bushes till you have no more bushes. You know what I mean? Because I've done it like where I went too hard on the piece and I should have left it the fuck alone, and I fucked it up.
What do you?
Less is more, dude. Like sometimes.
You ever want to do just like big fucking building piece?
Dude,
I see
listen,
some pieces that are
there's a
insane. That one that's on 75 at the Russell Bazaar.
Dog, there's a chick.
That's crazy.
There's a chick that got 10,000 cans of spray paint, and she bombed an old abandoned airport. And she was there for like, 3 days or some shit, dude. And she's so sick. What was this bitch's name, dude?
I don't remember.
She's so good. But there's a video of it, and she graffitied the whole entire abandoned airport. Inside and out.
Yeah, what was her name?
Huh. Yeah, let's see.
Right there, the Denver airport, the abandoned one, the haunted one.
Haunted?
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's a bunch of the CIA bullshit. Art fuels conspiracy theories. No, that's a conspiracy. That's my shit. I like because 9/11 was an inside job.
Oh, are you gonna? Did you sign the petition to go? You're gonna go storm the gates of Area 51? You want?
I'm not storming shit because I for one I can't run and that's why
I'm not storming shit.
I can't fucking run. If I get caught storming some shit, I'm gonna lose my settlement. So I'm chilling.
Hey, I watched you come down the stairs. Yeah.
And then I'm not faking it. This shit really fucking hurts. No, yeah, go get out of here. It's a girl, dude. And she's really good. She's like she could be. It looks like she could be hot, but like graffiti artists are not meant to be pretty. That's why I would DJ.
Look, I seen this video I don't know, a couple weeks ago, someone posted this video, and it's this girl, like this smoking hot girl DJing at a club, you know, and she's and she's doing stuff, and the camera pans down, and there's a dude underneath, there's a guy underneath, and he's the one doing everything, and she's just up there not even touching the records, but she's the face.
That's how most of the DJs are nowadays.
That's so crazy.
DJs playing festivals never release a track.
I was like, that's ridiculous. But I mean, to DJ, do you really have to release a track, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
man. Listen, okay, this is everybody's different, dude. I guess you got your kids that just want to dance, okay. But I was the way I was brought up. I see past that just wanting to dance shit. I want to see what you're doing and how are you making these people move. And then I embraced it, and then with how easy it is to just be a fuck off like Marshmallow, dude. This kid's like, I made $12 million. Fuck it. But to be born in an era when technology is at its peak and all you got to do is just click, copy, paste. And you look at Skrillex. The motherfucker was homeless, made it in a warehouse on a shitty PA and got won 2 Grammys. Nobody knew who the fuck he was when he accepted it. They're like, who the fuck is this guy? Marilyn Manson looking motherfucker. Yeah, I mean, and he made 2 slamming ass tracks, dude, and fucking won millions of dollars on it, and then they backed down. Like, whatever. I'm gonna go play Electric Forest.
Man, this damn Denver airport is all over.
Okay, don't look at the Denver airport. Say 1,000 cans of spray paint. Type that.
Oh, is that what it was called?
1,000 cans of spray paint
At airport.
Well, I think that might.
No, because it'll take you to buy 1,000 cans.
Yeah, it literally just said, like, do you want to buy 1,000?
No,
it'll cost me $211 to buy.
I'm buying 3,000 cans.
Yeah. Montana cans. Spray paint.
All cans. I want all cans. I want
You said at airport?
Yeah.
There's TSA. Don't spray paint our airports.
Okay, check this out.
It was a while ago,
No, listen. We're asking. Google's like serious sometimes. Sometimes this bitch plays dumb, but knows what the fuck you want to say. Okay, type in female graffiti artist, 1,000 cans of spray paint.
All right.
Because there's not many female graffiti artists out there.
Why do you think that is?
Because they should be cooking.
Shut the fuck
Oh
up.
my
No,
god.
I'm joking. Women are. There were some women that work harder than men. There's some men that are women.
So he all the time was like, here, take some paint.
I know now I gotta buy her own fucking paint because she's like, we go to Graffiti Alley. We go to Graffiti Alley, and I got like $45 in paint right here that I did specifically for this piece. I look down, they're all gone, and they're all like going hammering my What is this? Go.
Jeez.
Okay.
Don't you hate that? You can find everything on the fucking internet except for like something that you're really looking for sometimes.
No, if we get to female graffiti artists.
Oh, I didn't do graffiti artists.
Yeah, because there's all sorts of female artists. They make lipstick and shit.
Girl power.
Is that her the last? No, I don't think that's
No.
her.
What is the name though? What's that name?
I don't remember her name.
Jeez. There's a lot of meet the badass women behind UK's tallest street art mural.
Okay, we're gonna go for one more time, and if not, then I'm gonna say fuck it back down. Okay, say female graffiti artist, 1,000 cans of spray paint.
In the airport, though, wasn't it?
Female graffiti artist, 1,000 cans.
Okay, yeah. Just put female graffiti artist airport.
Because I thought it had something. Maybe I don't know.
Anal.
Anal airport.
Anal airport. Yes, rectal fest.
Jeez.
Wow.
Lady Pink. No.
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 What Lady K? It's Lady K. Was it Lady K or is that the DJ?
No, you're thinking of Shade K.
No, Shady K. Lady K.
I don't know.
No, Lady K. Lady K. Is whatever. This bitch is bad, dude.
Yeah.
And my phone's dead because I can't keep this fucking charged.
What do you? I mean, it's crazy. So like seeing like the wild style, or like the letters that you write, and seeing that that's so popular. But man, there is a huge like realistic looking
dog. Type
stuff
in
going on now. It's
Chinese
nuts.
wild style, like Tokyo wild style graffiti. That's just so fucking. Their language is fucking crazy to read. And then they just turned it into graffiti and it added crazy bikes and shit and flaming skulls like Ed Hardy.
Oh man.
Look up GASIE 3D graffiti.
Let's see. This is I was looking for the Chinese wild style. I mean, is it?
Yeah, that's like I like that.
It's like this stuff like this abstract stuff here is crazy.
If you type in crazy 3D graffiti,
options are endless. Like,
Yeah, I used to go to.
And Brazy Bots, or that's pretty cool.
What did I used to go to?
No, don't go to Brazy Bots though.
No.
No.
Yeah, shit
there
like
you go,
this,
yeah.
dude. Shit like this right here. Come on, get the fuck
That's
out of
that
here.
dude right there,
Get
dude.
the fuck out of here.
right.
Look at that stuff.
That's like me floating the A off the paper. It's just all about shadow. You're seeing the shadow that's fucking your mind up.
Right. But the fact that that's a corner,
Right.
you're like, where's the corner at?
Hey, you want to watch a video real quick? You can see how this guy layers it. He does it quick. Watch Trash 3D Graffiti. Type in Trash, TRASH 3D Graffiti. That's what blew my mind. That's when I realized I was doing it wrong the whole time.
You ever think about doing
that top video right
this
there.
top one? You ever think about doing
Tattoos?
No. Does everyone ask you that?
Yes,
He has
yes.
people that have tattoos
Look,
on his
I got into the wood burning, and people are like, "Oh, you should be a tattoo artist." And I'm like,
Whatever.
different.
Like,
different medium.
I don't want to tattoo somebody and then fuck the shit up because I'm scared
That's
enough
how-
to paint their shit. Let
That's
alone
how I
tattoo.
feel. I'm like, I can mess up a piece of wood, and I can just like sand it off or throw it away and get another one.
Can't really do that.
This guy right here is like, he's from Mexico, I do believe, and he's just a genius with the 3D. His early 3D abstract
Now,
shit.
I was gonna say, have you ever thought about doing a time lapse?
Yeah, but I'm nervous to do it in front of people. I just, like, you don't understand. Like,
You don't have to do it in front of
Just
people. You
up-
just put a camera up.
up
Put your
until
phone on.
last year, I didn't start. People didn't know me as a graffiti artist until like last year, and people know me their whole life.
But you've been painting.
I've been painting my whole life because I do it for me. I never done it for anybody else. I did it for me. I didn't want to be known. I do that shit just to blow off steam so I don't beat my girlfriend up or for making fucking tuna helper again.
Tuna helper is horrible.
I just like that. I will smoke Marlboro cigarettes and beat my wife. I was born in the wrong time, dude. I'm sorry. I was born in the 80s, man. Everybody got molested and we were cool with it. I'd say if I didn't get molested, I think I was loved.
Hey, whatever helps you sleep at night.
Whatever. I laugh about it. Hey, 'cause I learned some shit. I was well experienced at a young age.
So when you say layers, how he's doing each shade,
Yep.
and anybody listening can go watch Trash 3D Graffiti
Yeah,
on
it's
YouTube.
4 colors he's using too.
Right.
It's just madness. Focus on the ones. Focus on see. Don't go doing like it's some dots here and then here. If you start your letters, finish your letters. Start left to right.
So what would you have done trying to tackle this? Like, how would you have
I don't
done
know what the fuck I would have done. But that's why I watched. That's why I watched. But I know I was doing it. Like when I first started doing graffiti, like I would straight up like try to do like a nice outline, and then fill my stuff in real carefully. Now, dude, you get the fat captions. I visualize the pieces, fill that in, then be careful with the outline.
Right.
You know,
Because you can cut it with the outline.
Yes,
Right.
yes, and then I was, your layers. It's all about layers. Let shit dry before you go throwing up on. That's what the paint's damn near instantly dry. There's still tricks to the days as I'm learning. I'm learning like flare tricks and just I'm trying to evolve instead of just
Right.
being the same.
The
wild
same thing,
style,
yeah.
I think I got all the goddamn alphabet letters down pat pretty well now and I can do boomboxes and characters and.
Yeah.
I
You
did
never
a dirt
just-
bike. I did a guy in a dirt bike. I've never done that before.
You never loved just throwing up, some bubble letters.
No, I did it. I did it for 10 years straight. I earned this right to just make some shit you can't read.
You spent yourself in bubble letter
Yeah.
purgatory.
Yeah, and then that was the
Jeez.
first stuff. Like one of the first commission jobs. They're like, we want it to look like MTV Raps. I said, fuck.
All right.
I said, I don't remember how to do this. It came naturally. I was like, I just don't like it. I was like, I'm gonna stretch this D this way and make this P fuck this M.
Well, is that because of the?
They weren't ready for it.
Well, and I think that's part of.
But they like the graffiti. I respect
and that's
that.
what I was saying earlier. Like
But it wasn't about me.
the mainstream of what graffiti is, they want to be able to read it,
Right.
right? Like
They want to be able to visualize. They want to be stimulated. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like why do like people those Mandelas and shit where you have like a Mandela giraffe? It's a fucking giraffe that's 50 different million pieces, geometric patterns and shape, but it's visually stimulating.
There's
just
all
like
kinds
me.
of videos. Jeez,
Sexiest man on radio right now.
people
The
always.
sexiest girlfriend too, and you're not so bad yourself. Dude.
Oh, thank you.
You'd be even sexy if you let me jump in your pool.
Look, owning a pool.
Oh no,
holy
this
crap.
guy right here is a badass.
Owning a pool is a beast. Like yesterday, that water was crystal clear. Today, it's all cloudy. I put
Dude,
I put algicide in there.
You gotta just chlorine the fuck out of it. We went to a pool that I swear to God, it cleared your cuts up. Glaucoma gone. Open your eyes for 2 seconds.
They just had it's way too much chlorine.
Yeah,
in
it felt like I got bleached with the whites.
Yeah. Twice.
Yeah.
No, my chlorine level right now is good.
I could piss in the pool and it just disappear. They weren't having. See now, when you do these guys that are so absent, like you can't even really fuck up your sketch.
Because only you would know.
Yeah, only you would know where it is. Then
Yeah.
you'd be like, okay, well, yeah, that's a H. No, I don't like lying to people because Ashley's not stupid, and so I tested my lies on Ashley and it didn't work.
Nope.
I did have a fuck up where I misspelled one of my friend's kids' names. I spelled Chloe Cholo. And he was 15 minutes. He was 15 minutes away from my house. He's like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Dude, I can fix it." And I had to just completely change colors and letters. He's like, "How can you do that?" I was like, 30 years experience. That's how.
And it actually looks better.
Yeah. And you didn't even know.
No.
Damn. That freaked me out though, because I was like, "Oh my fucking god!" He's like, "Did you spell it Cholo?" And I was like, "I fucking sure did."
And the whole day before that, you're like, why would someone name their kid Cholo?
Right. Like, it's so weird. And their name wasn't Cholo to begin with. God damn it.
Turns out no one would.
Right.
Her name is Chloe. Sorry, Chloe.
But no, she knows. She never
So,
know.
what do you go through to pick out the colors? Like what?
It's all been done on the person that wants it. Like I personally will buy the same blues and the same purples, and I like what I like, and I stick with what I'm good at. Shit's expensive to be practicing with.
Right. That's why I said I like the digital, because I can do the sketch, and then I can play with the color combinations to see what I like without ruining the sketch.
Well, check it out. I'll draw you up a bitchin' sketch, and you can go
like this
go
shit
and fuck it raw.
Is nuts.
Yeah. And I know I can do that stuff if I just apply myself. And sometimes I'm hammered drunk by the end of a piece, so I got to stop and throw in the towel because I drink 3 drinks and I'm fucked up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But I like smoking the pots.
Just seeing that stuff. Yeah.
Am I allowed to talk about pot on the radio?
Yeah.
We can talk about pussy and bottle and pot.
If everything else that's already come out of your mouth,
Right, I know. I think
probably the
right, the least.
the least.
I asked you if I was allowed to swear, dude.
I told you.
I can't trust anybody that can say fucking a sentence.
Unfiltered. Yeah. No, I mean, so I don't want to have like a fake conversation, right?
Right, yeah.
That's what I'm not trying to do. I'm not trying to
that's-
have like the fake.
you're a
Hey,
real
you're on the
person,
radio.
And act like you're
know?
interested and really, because you really did seem genuinely interested. You were upset that, like, I could feel it that you were. I was like, damn it, I want to make this.
Well, I mean,
I didn't want to wait till the fall.
So that's a hard thing doing something like this, right? Where like I could do a podcast where it's just me and I'm not that entertaining. I think I'm funny.
But together we're a
I think I'm
force.
funny, right? But it's the interesting people that are out there. Yeah, if you've ever listened to Joe Rogan.
Oh
right?
yes, I smoked DMT because of Joe Rogan.
He's taken so Joe wrote like this. I borrow heavily from his style just because I found it so interesting. I can listen to a Joe Rogan podcast and it's awesome to hear like, yeah, this person is on his show to talk about this, but the different tangents they can go down.
It's because they're all potheads, dude, and we're awesome.
But so to me, yeah, that's just, what I try to do. So the hard part though is doing an interview or a guest type show. It's really hard to get people to show up. Lots of people will say, "Oh yeah, I'm down for that. It's awesome. I've got 3 friends, good friends, that still have not come over to do an episode." I don't know if it's because they got lives and stuff too, but like
I feel like a fucking superstar right now. When you hit me up, I was honored. I was like, oh fuck yeah. I was like, man,
and that's awesome that someone would feel honored to do that. And again, like the point being to have a good time, have a good conversation, and be able to like get the stories behind the people that are trying to do stuff. Because not everyone that's pursuing a passion they have or trying to go after a dream they have or just doing something that they enjoy separate of the 9-to-5 shit
right.
is doing great or has an opportunity to tell a story. So like one of the interesting guests that I had on, well, they've all been interesting, but there's a local made tequila, or not local made, but a local tequila company that Teak, yes.
Yeah.
And I know the one of the co-founders. So he came and did the show, and what was really neat is he's like, all of the promotions I've been doing for this have been for the tequila. none of it's been the background of how this happened.
Right. And
So he was like, so this is the first time doing your show. I'm going to explain how this even happened. And he left. He was a high up in one of the biggest companies in Detroit and left. And the tequila is what he's doing now. And he's like, yeah, I have to make a...
Tequila's healthier for you.
Yeah, he will tell you all about that.
agave, man.
But he's saying like, now I have to think about, can I go buy this shirt just because I want it, or do I need to not do that because it isn't? There is a struggle, but he said he feels so much happier. He feels so much more fulfilled in his life, especially because he's creating something and it's doing good too. That's got to be another part of it.
I totally understand what he's saying, and plus he has a talent that he knows he can put food on the table by doing. That's what I know. I can sell art. I know now I can sell art. So it has helped out in my injuredness. But I'm back soon. I'll be back soon. But right now I'm disabled. I'm not doing shit.
But it's I mean that has to feel good. So like my buddy, like he has this music talent. And it's bummed me out more than it feels like it's bummed him out.
Put him out and put him on blast. Get him famous.
He hasn't done something. If you love any of the beats that you've heard my show open or close with, they're all from Kyle.
I liked it the second you put it on. I'm like, damn, that's a slapping ass hard beat. Like it's like a hip hop beat. Like not no bullshit.
He's got albums.
What's his name again?
Kyle Catane.
Is he a real tall dude?
No. He's a little shorter than me.
Like tall, lanky motherfucker. Looks like he's a Motley Crue.
He's got some long ass arms though. He'll tell you about his.
Wears like
his
a 5X T-shirt with a collar. No,
and he's got the family and stuff now. He's someone that bounces
for him,
around
dude.
everything. Like in the music, at the point that he was doing the music, it was for him. That was what he wanted to do.
That's where
and then he got into photography, and then he got into video, and he does all these things. Like he still will dabble with music, but it's not like it was before. Like there was a period of his life, it was peak just music. He has this one song. I went over one time to his house, and he's like, "Oh, I'm working on this song," and he starts playing the piano to the drum beat, and then starts singing it and stuff. It was like I was getting a freaking like concert in his right. And I've worked with him on ones. We did one. He had a girl that was a hairdresser that wanted to do a rap song. Me and him and another buddy sat in his basement. We took scissors, a hair dryer, spray cans, all these sounds, and just sat there and listened to him turn that into a song.
And that's the beauty of technology.
And it was
today.
just crazy.
You know what I mean?
It was real crazy.
Look at what is his name? George Vaughan went into the GM electrical plant and recorded, made a whole badass track. Richie Hutton sucked that dick.
Yeah, it's just crazy what you can
but
do.
Like I did it like that, doing it for you. I think that's the most baddest ass shit comes out of people that do it just for them.
Oh sure,
because if it's passionate about for them,
right?
And it's real. Yeah, like you said, it's real. Like I wanted to be famous for all the wrong reasons, but there's not a day that gone by since 1988 that I haven't drew something on something, whether it's a piece of paper,
right,
or scribbled this. I've not one day has gone by where I don't scribble on something.
And I mean it's inspiring that you keep continue. This has been the constant in your life.
Now
right?
what I have to do now is write my letters out so people can read them. So when I'm actually writing a letter like a grocery list, it looks like fucking a tag. Because my hand just does it. Like, oh hey.
Well, it's like the muscle memory, right?
My license is like, oh, calm it down there.
So like, I'll give you an example of that too. For me, like I'm a magician, illusionist, whatever you want to call it. I've done magic for a really long time. I used to do stuff in bars.
Real magic.
Yeah. But so sleights of hand that I know with cards, I'll find myself playing a card game and I have to not do things.
Yes, like stacking the deck
because
like
my muscles will do it just like automatically. Because I can make you get the same card every single time. I can shuffle it for an hour and you're gonna get the card I want you to get because my hand just does it though. So like I find myself if I go to a buddy's house and we're playing cards, I have to not do these things because my muscle memory is just like this is what you do when you do this.
That's how it is with like because whenever I write my name, my K, I do my K's like because my K's like sweet. But like when I'm going like oh shit, you gotta tone it down. Like actually, thank you.
It's like thank
proper grammar. Can't spell that DAT and shit.
Yeah, right.
Right, it's dripping and shit. And it just says welcome, welcome here. Oh, Kenny McCormick. Oh, my name is Kenny McCormick, by the way. Kenny McCormick, and I'm a redhead motherfucker.
Yes, you are.
Well, I'm like burgundy up top, bright red down bottom.
Burgundy.
Oh my
Oh man, up top's a little more aged. Or...
Yeah. Definitely.
Man, it's awesome. It was really cool too when I was talking to Ron and he was just like, I was like, because that was one thing, because of my interest in graffiti, like I want to talk to someone that's in there, like, and it's such a, it feels like
Did you see what I gave him?
No. No, he was just like, hey, this is a guy I know, you should talk to him, I'll set it up, and that's when he started the whole chat.
I love Ron. I've always loved Ron because Ron gave me some records. Ron's a secret graffiti artist too. Don't let him fucking fool you. Because I got some pieces and I was like, oh, this guy, undercover throw ups. Ron, I love Ron. Ron's a really good guy. He takes care of his mom. And I respect him, and he's good with the code, even though it's because I'm a Buckeye, so I respect what he does. But I hate the team.
Is there a picture or something on here?
It should be. It was one of the
it's one of the DMTs. Yeah,
one of the TMT. I did him something for his. Go look at the photos.
Oh, for DMTV.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He
posts so much stuff.
He's a selfie whore.
Yeah, he posts so much stuff. There's gonna be a million.
What
photos.
up, it's your buddy Twang.
Because wasn't it the first few shows that you did? Like,
No,
and that's one of the things of grinding nowadays is you have to do all this.
Yeah.
Like it's funny when you posted about this today. Like you're like, I'm never on here, but I'm posting something, right? I was never on Facebook. Like it was funny at the point that I had the idea for this and started getting stuff together. So I started releasing episodes at the beginning of the year. Prior to that, I recorded starting in like November because I wanted to make sure I had episodes to go. So if I couldn't get a guest or someone canceled, I still have something to release, right? So I started dropping little hints on Facebook like, hey, something's coming January, blah, blah, and people were like, dude, you're never on here. What the fuck's going on? Like, what are you talking about? And so like, it was funny because it kind of worked in my favor, but I never had Instagram. I never had Twitter. I never had any of these things.
I hate that shit.
But nowadays to get out there like that, it's an essential thing.
I just want
the old grind isn't there anymore, right? Like for a musician, it used to be flyers. It used to be, hey, I gotta go do a show for people to see and hear my music.
I got tossed out of Wild Woodies, like fucking like Fresh Prince tossed out of Wild Woodies by these hick biker faggots that threw me for putting on a flyer on a free show on a bar day that they ain't getting no damn money anyways.
So like, but that's the thing. Like that used to be the grind. Now this is the flyers. Yeah. This is the grind.
Look at Munz.
And everything's so integrated. I can post an event, and people that follow me are going to see that event, and they can say, "Oh, I'm going to go to that," and it's going to pop up in their calendar, and it's going to remind them a day before. Like, so everything's so integrated now.
Detroit rave scene will put 10,000 people in a warehouse and not print a single flyer.
Oh, sure.
Because it's all about.
Well, those scenes and the word of mouth and who you know, but even that, like, I think there's always going to be that part, right, where there's someone I'm in this scene, and it's almost like an exclusivity thing, right? Like, I know the secret that everybody else doesn't know.
I did actually. I'm down. Namaste. Deep house. What the fuck ever. I don't care.
So, but like, this has become such a huge part, and especially like with what Ron's trying to do, very similar to this too, right? But he's doing it on a more regular schedule. I do every other week. He's doing it every Thursday.
And he lets DJs play and shit.
Yeah, he lets them play. Yeah. Actually, one of the artists that was on there, she just did Electric Forest, and she'll be on next week, recording next week.
She played Electric Forest, or she played one of the 1,000 after parties.
I don't know. I'll find that out.
Because out of 100,000 people that go there, I think 60,000 of them are DJs.
But she was. It wasn't really her musical. Isn't really like being a DJ.
I don't want to be a hater.
Yeah.
It's all staying.
I hate all of you guys.
Minimal editing.
I hate everybody. I hate myself.
No, so she like her thing. Like the music is real chill. Period. That she puts together, that she produces and puts together. But she also performs alongside the music. So she'll get the beat going, and then she plays guitar. I like that crazy shit. Stuff. Like it was cool.
Different.
Yeah, it's very different, and it was a really cool thing to see.
And now you got these guys that did the big band stuff, and there's like a Crystal Method DJ set. I don't want to fucking see that shit. I don't want to go see one Crystal Method dude mixing CDJs.
Right.
Where's the piano? Here's the keyboard.
Yeah, where's the big thing? Yeah.
Spin that thing around your finger and get.
It's probably on DMTV's site.
But Ron is doing good. He's good with the kids, and different team would be better. Great cook. Take care. He's just an all around good dude. And you know why? It's because we're awesome.
He's got 3 freaking pages right now. He's got his own personal. He's got DMTV and then DMTV Thursdays. This is too much.
That's how you do it. You run it up his phone.
But that's what he's doing. He's
because it's not like, dude, it's not like it's free.
All over.
Right.
It's free. And what?
Free, yeah.
How much? How can you can afford free?
I'll tell you what. I was really impressed when I went there with that size of that area that they've got going on there.
They had some ill ass shows there, dude.
So like I was thoroughly like, wow, that's pretty sweet, you know.
And it came a long way too. Like
We had a party there.
yeah, we had a really good party there, like until like a 7 a.m. banger. When they're finally like, you guys gotta go.
Right.
See, like, this was setting up when I went on. When we were setting up waiting, they were having some technical issues because the normal guy that sets up the streaming, he was on vacation or something or doing something else. So there was like an hour delay.
Vacation with big quotation marks.
It was all right, and then this is the
stand up and stretch.
this is go ahead. This is the girl that I was talking about. So she's jamming out to the music that she put together and stuff too. Yeah, it was a cool experience to see that.
I played on his DMTV too.
It's cool that he does that, and especially for DJs a lot. You know, he gives them a set and stuff. That's again, like that feels like the old way, but kind of mixed with the new way,
well,
right?
Ron has always been about other people. That's why I did this piece for him. I did a big giant piece for him because I picked somebody that doesn't ask shit from anybody, but always constantly doing other people's shit. You know what I mean? Like for nothing. And he's a good dude.
Yeah, I wish
he shed a tear on that tip.
Yeah, he did.
And I gave him a big hug because I was like, he deserved it. There was that one time where I was like, "Why are you up there eating steaks and your kids are playing football? Get back down there on the field, Ron."
No, it's crazy, and this has been really neat. Being able to meet people and talk to different people, the people I knew that had stuff going on that really, you know, didn't you wouldn't know. I mean, like you said,
right.
You've been doing this for basically your whole life, and not a lot of people knew about it because you were doing it for you.
Zypher. Zypher is one of the originators of the wild style format, dude. And he was a white kid from Brooklyn Heights, going to the hood, risking his life, and it created a style of graffiti.
Do you, being in the scene, do you feel that's a very typical scenario?
What, being in the hood?
No. I mean, white suburban kids going down to the inner cities to do this.
For a prime example, I was walking down Woodward drinking a Corona, and then the cop said, "Where are you from?" I said, "I live in Madison Heights." He said, "Would you do that here?" I said, "No, that's why I come here."
That's why I'm here.
But like, that's why my main focus is to have a place where suburban kids that don't know the culture but want to live the culture can come to people that are the culture and come together and realize that it ain't about the colors. Put the colors on the wall. Once we finally get rid of this dumb racist shit and get over and bond together, we'll overthrow our government. Everything will be fine.
But what I'm saying is, like, what I find interesting is it always feels like the way it's been portrayed in the media a lot, and in movies and stuff like that, is that the kid doing the graffiti is the troublemaker black kid from the inner city, or the Mexican, or whatever, the minority living in the inner city.
Very
when truth be told, a lot of
bullshit.
times it's the white kids coming from the burbs.
Yeah, with mad skills, I
that's
have nowhere
crazy.
to put it because you know what? If I was in East Point I'd be in jail before I got my first outline done. I go to some spots that I could actually chill and do.
In Detroit, you could do.
I could do it, but not no more.
For
They
sure.
crack it down because people fuck it up for everybody.
But I've read stories and heard stories of people like, oh yeah, they were doing a piece on a wall and the cops rolled up and just watched them for a while.
Yeah.
We're like, cool, that's awesome, and left. Yeah.
Because you know what? People are taking it more seriously as actual art.
Yeah,
Like you got these graffiti kids that come in here and make $5,000 to go do something they're gonna do for free anyways.
Well, like to me, where I don't see any harm is when it's these buildings that are. Oh, it is 3:38.
Oh wow,
we can wrap this up.
Yeah,
What I want to say was just that there's a lot of, especially in Detroit, there's a lot of buildings that no one's gonna fucking sell and no one's gonna fucking buy.
Exactly.
So if someone is gonna go put up an amazing piece of artwork on it, why not? Because what else is going to happen? You're going to tear that thing down eventually. Right. It's not costing any money if you're going to tear it down. Who cares what's painted on it? And that's what kills me is like, oh, we got to clean up the blight, and there's all these buildings everywhere that are just.
Not only can you clean up the blight, but you don't have to gentrify the area either.
True.
If they having a safe place. If somebody feels safe, they're going to treat their place safe. If somebody feels like fuck it, why the fuck even bother? Look who we stay at. Then it's going to continue to be shitty like that,
and it gives people an outlet. Like you said, maybe they want to do that and they just don't have a space where they feel like they could, and they don't want to get in trouble.
The one suburban kid's got a best black friend that lives in Detroit. Doesn't know how to tell him that he's a writer because he doesn't know where to go.
Right.
Come to my spot. You could do your.
So that was I've wanted that would be an awesome thing to do.
Yeah.
Just to have a spot where people could go, and
I'm gonna have that. That is, I'm gonna manifest.
Inside and out, man. Like I said, just I've always wanted my own fantasy
Not just
factory.
graffiti, everything.
Yeah, everything. Right.
Everything. When you do art, I respect you. Come do art with me.
Right.
That's what I want to do.
Well, that's wow, shit. Where are we at right now? I clicked out of it. We're at, where the hell did it go? There it is. We're at an hour and 48 minutes.
Wow. Wow. Thank you.
I mean, time kind of flies, right? Like you wouldn't think.
This is the first time I ever got to talk about it like this.
That's awesome.
Other than just hanging with some friends and shit,
Well, I appreciate getting the chance for you to come on and talk about it. It's like I said, it's something I've been interested in. I've never been able to. Yeah, I dabble. I'm not on your level. I'm not on the level of anybody actually doing this shit.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
But what
don't
I mean, like,
you can't say that.
Like,
you're not been different. Don't say that. You're gonna get to that level one day.
Maybe
if you really want it. If you really want it, you can do it. You can do anything
it's more,
you want.
It's at this point. It's
You'll
just
be
for
like-
me,
you'll be
dude.
like
It's
your
just for
friend,
me.
what's his friend
Yeah,
name, Kyle?
I've been saying that for 30 years. It's just for me. Now I'm doing it for everybody.
It's just for me now.
Because all my shit, I'm clothes, socks, underwear, bras, dildos, everything, dude.
I've sold a couple of the wood burnings. I did some Game of Thrones ones, and then.
But unless you can focus all your energy on that, just do it for you. Then sell a few pieces here and
that's
there.
what it is. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
No bud money.
When I got time to do a piece, or I got so many other things going on.
I wish you had a picture of that. I wood burned an owl, and she did a graffiti together. We did a piece together.
Oh, really?
Because we get artsy fartsy together.
We did
All right.
Yeah, but now I gotta fuck. Don't use my paint. I gotta get your own caps now. It's like we can't be addicted to lottery tickets.
You just buy bags of caps.
Right? Oh yeah. Now I have to.
What caps do you like?
I use the universal yellow German outline. That's my favorite outline cap.
Because I know like Montana makes caps.
Yeah, the Omni caps. I like those. I like the Astrofats and the pink dots are the only caps I use.
Gotcha.
You don't need 1,000 caps to do a piece. You just need your basics.
Right.
I like the fill-ins. I fill it in, line it up. Get the fuck out of
Caps
there.
really matter.
Damn.
Caps really matter for real. Caps,
Oh,
it'll
for
ruin,
sure.
It'll ruin your life.
Yeah.
A clog cap will ruin your life. Get new caps.
Yup. No, I got a can of the shit that you clean the caps out. You can spray it and it cleans them out for you.
You have that?
Yeah.
He's like,
So I'll show you when we're done.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the Get Up. Ken McCormick, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you for
Lisa,
having me.
thank you for chiming in from the background.
Yes, girlfriend.
I appreciate you coming on again. If you got any, what were your sites?
Yes, that's okay. Well, you won't see me on it, but Facebook.com/TWIZZ313. You can even have this. SoundCloud.com/Twizzed313. You want the music? I got some shit on there. But Facebook.com/LMPK Customs.
All right.
Don't. I'm not selling you shit. I'm
Nope.
not doing shit till next year.
Right.
But when I do,
We'll let you know.
yeah, when I do, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Ken. Appreciate you guys coming on.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to The Get Up. Make sure to check out thegetupshow.com for more information on this episode's guests. While you're there, check out other episodes, leave a comment, or if you'd like to be a guest on a future episode, shoot an email to contact@thegetupshow.com. Don't forget to follow, like, and share on Facebook at The Get Up Show Podcast. Follow on Instagram and Twitter at The Get Up Show, and subscribe to The Get Up YouTube channel. The Get Up is available on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music, YouTube, and anywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts.